Hey there, kids. It's me, Oni the Unicorn. And I'm here to tell you that f***ing your dreams ain't cheap. In fact, it costs a ton of cash to do. So that's why me and the Oh No Radio Show need your help. Just go to the website displayed below and hit us up with some cash, yo. $1, $5, $1 million if you have it to spare. Any amount is appreciated. Well, I gotta go because these dreams ain't gonna fuck themselves. See ya!
No, 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 no.
No! God, please, no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh hell no.
You are listening to the Oh No Radio Show.
Eat a bag of dicks.
If you guys had a kid, would you send them to a children's psychic reading summer camp? Just curious. Oh no, baby! Welcome to another edition of the Oh No Radio Show, episode 599. Feeling just fine. My name is Owen. I am the captain of this shit ship, and along with me, as always, it's my good friend Ty from the Great White North, the Lizard Wizard himself. Ty, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, sir. I have an important question I want to ask. I mean, we can get through introductions if you want, but no, I want to talk koozie talk. Koozie talk.
Okay.
So go ahead, Mikey.
Yeah, well, Mikey's here as well. He is my mustache muse, the one and only. He's growing a soul patch, and we'll talk about soul patches in just a little bit. But
yay, patch talk.
patch talk.
Well,
no.
the soul patch.
But now I'm more curious than anything is to what Ty you want to talk
Koozie
about
talk?
koozies.
I mean,
Ty, I don't think you've ever started off with I got something I want to talk about.
and his burning topic that he needs to get off his chest is koozies.
fucking
About
koozies.
fucking koozies.
So-
All right.
we've all drank our fair amount of brews in our lifetime. Some of us a little more than
Never
others.
once in my
but,
life.
You know, yeah.
Alcohol virgin.
So the question is, all right, like every show, I generally am finishing a beer, and I have two other beers that I put in koozies. These beers are usually the tall boy because,
Nah.
you know,
Yeah. Need a
it
little
takes
more
while
for the
to drink
show.
'em. Need a
Yeah.
little extra.
Yeah, sure.
Now, if you're going to koozie, like I have my little Skinny Wills koozie,
Okay.
and then I got my Lebowski Big Buffer koozie.
Foamer, a big foamer.
A big foamer.
Now, when you think about the beer, do you go with the big one that's guaranteed to keep your beer colder and drink that first because you want the coldest beer? Or do you go with the lesser koozie and save the cold for longer?
See, I think the logical thing to do would be to save the cold, the big foamer for later.
I agree.
For
This
later.
seems logical.
But
But I have a feeling one of you feels like they need the coldest beer the longest in their mouth first.
I get both part. I can see the logic both sides, but no, realistically, you want the foamer is your second beer. That's what you want. Or that's and then
Gotta
and
love
then
that Will's Pub.
yeah.
I'm gonna say I agree in that because of the thin koozie, I feel like if you drink the foamer first, the thin koozie beer is gonna be much warmer
Mhm.
than the foam koozie would be if you drank them in the other way. If you drank the thin koozie first,
They're gonna almost be about the same temperature if you have it your way around. Where you've got the thinner one first, you get to the second one, it's gonna naturally be a little bit warmer. So yeah, like by that point, they're about probably the same temperature, which is okay. You don't want to go from hyper cool or cold rather, to then switching over to
real lukewarm,
like kind of like real lukewarm. Whereas if they're both
truthfully,
sort of in the
think
middle,
I drink them fast enough. They're fine.
Can I be honest, guys? I don't like ice cold beer.
What?
You'd prefer to be?
I prefer if it was just cold, like when it gets that's so cold, like
it hurts it can hurt my teeth. It can definitely.
It hurts my teeth.
Yeah, I've had that before.
So I don't need it. I don't want it warm, but I would like it not. Borderline frozen.
If you go full beer snob, there's definitely beers that are supposed to be certain temperatures.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like I'll say this too, like there are certain beers that I can take a lot warmer than other beers. Like for instance, there is nothing worse to me than any form of Mexican beer that isn't borderline ice cold. Like if you get a slightly lukewarm like Modelo or Corona or whatever,
it's total ass.
It's totally disgusting. But if you had like a Newcastle brown ale or something like that, a little warmer, it's more appropriate.
Can I tell you? I've had room temperature High Life, not so bad.
Really?
Pretty drinkable.
Yeah.
Pretty drinkable.
You can drink it. I do.
But then if you go, cold, man. I'm not an IPA guy really at all. I'll have one every once in a while if that's all there really is. But any sort of IPA that's like warm, that's disgusting too. That to me,
I don't like those in general. Like you could serve them to me hot, cold. I'd be like, ooh, this is gross.
You're an IPA guy, kind of, Ty, right? You used
to. I go on occasion, but I kind of fell off that train. Like there was a wave of beer snobbery that we all partook in a little bit.
Well, for a while there, it's all you could seemingly get at any craft beer place. It was just like 10 times the hops of the regular hops. It's like, I don't need this much hops.
I mean, the real deal was trying to get the most drunkest with the most high alcohol beer you could find.
This one is 18.5%.
Yeah. Give me that dogfish. Give it to me.
Bro, I remember it was like, there's an IPA and then there's a double IPA. And oh my God, we've done it again. Triple IPAs. See, what are you doing?
That's still all over. Yeah.
I think there are quads now. I think there are quad IPAs
I'm
now.
Sure there is.
But I might be crazy. Who knows?
There's probably that. See, when I was in college, craft beer hadn't really like come out yet, right? Like you had stuff like if you were being fancy,
Dogfish.
Not even like that might have been starting to get on the scene, but if you were getting fancy and you were like not gonna drink, like your standard, gas station, domestic bullshit, you'd get like a Stella, or you'd get like you'd get one of those. But a friend of mine introduced me in college to barley wine. It was and that was like a revelation for me for a little bit. We were drinking Skull. It was called Skull Splitter, and it had
sounds great.
Yeah,
I've had that. It's not bad.
Yeah, it was a barley wine, and it had a Viking on it. Yeah, it had I think you can still get it.
It was pretty metal.
It was
strong too.
And it was strong. It was strong. It was definitely a lot stronger than anything like really at that time that you could really get. Like, and it was a barley wine, so it was like a beer, but it was, I guess, just like I don't know.
Almost. It was almost wine.
It was almost wine. Yeah.
Dude, I remember like in like early 20s when you would go to people's houses. And if you showed up with like like we said, Newcastle, people be like, "Oh, shit.
Who's splurging tonight?
What the fuck? Did you get money or something? Like, what happened?" Like if you showed up with anything other than High Life or Yingling, like even if you went like if you had showed up with Modelo's. People have been like,
Ooh, all right, something
like,
different. Something
whoa,
different.
bro. And you would definitely. I know I showed up with the little pony keg of Heineken once.
Yeah.
And people were like,
This guy.
bro, are you fucking loaded?
What? I never got those because they didn't have that much beer in them, really, did they? Those little things. Like,
No, it was like a quarter of a keg. So you maybe had like.
Is it 12-pack? Like, was it?
It was less.
It was less than a 12-pack, right?
No.
I feel like it was. I don't know. Like those little. They're not a pony. Like pony kegs bigger than that, but the ones they used
pony
to
kegs
sell.
are slim.
Yeah, but the ones they used to sell at the store, which was like the.
It was like a carryable.
Yeah.
And that's what I would. I would just walk around the party holding it in my hand the whole night.
Speaking of
And
getting
so-
warm. Speaking of getting
I didn't
warm.
bring this.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's why it only ever happened once, because the end of the little baby keg was
Piss warm,
and I'm like, oh, warm Heineken is disgusting. Same thing with I mean, you guys played Edward Cordy Hands, right?
I never actually played it. No, I never actually did it.
Yes. So the bad thing about that is the beer is
Yeah,
so
warm
warm
by
by
the
the
end.
time you can drink all of it. It's disgusting.
It's not worth it. Do you guys ever have one of those parties back in the day where like you expect more people to come, so you get a keg, right? And you spend you and your friends chip in on the keg, and then
so everybody's in like $30 probably.
yeah, something like that. And then you get the keg and you give it a nice dent, like it's a good party, all that. But then you still realize, like after the party the next day, when you're all like basically feeling like death, and you've left the keg outside in the Florida like porch, and it's like
in lukewarm water now.
Yeah, now it's in lukewarm water, but you pick it up and you're like, guys, there's still like half of this keg.
Half
left.
a keg in
Like,
there, bro.
all right, well, we got to get our money's worth, right? And
Well, you want the deposit back on the shelf.
yeah, so you've got to be able to like drink the rest of it or waste it, like no one wants to waste it. I remember it was like that for me. Like the keg was, I think it was a Yingling keg too, and
That's a good keg.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with a Yingling keg.
but slightly warm Yingling when you're hungover in the Florida sun and like the next day. Yeah,
Get more ice. Put that shit back on ice.
Yeah.
Oh, it would skunk soap. You'd have a whole half keg of skunk.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You get it cold again. Oh, everybody's getting bubble guts.
I agree.
Can't leave it warm.
Dude, I remember we went to a party. It was in North Titusville, like in kind of an affluent, like semi-affluent neighborhood. But it was this house that people were moving out of. So it was just empty, and we got to have one party there. And they had like 3 trash cans with kegs in them, thinking like this was going to be a blowout.
It's going to be a rager.
15 people showed up.
Yeah, 15 people couldn't have taken care of one of those kegs. Let alone, like,
I mean, and I will say, arguably, it was like me and like the gang of kids, like 5 of the kids that I hung out with, we could put it away.
One.
But there's no, I don't even think the 5 of us could have done one keg. We would have gotten really close, but everyone would have been sloshed at that point.
Yeah.
And so everyone, like all 15 people, we get into the second keg and we're like, dude, it's like 2 a.m, man. Like,
I can't.
I can't keep going.
Well, there's the thing with beer too, that it's like you get you're so drunk, but you just physically can't put any more in your body. The amount of liquid that it's got, it's
And, like,
just like you're just so bloated, and you're like,
When you've had that much beer,
and
like,
there's just like foam. You puke up the
kind of
foam, you go,
walk.
"Bleh," and the foam all comes out, and then you drink more. Oh God, yeah, those are
Dude, and I feel like keg beer does it, like it's
so foamy. Yeah,
so foamy.
so foamy. You got to pump like the first like quarter of it out just to get to the not foam part.
Yeah.
Like, that's what was my thing. I think keg beer, like people, I guess if you have like a proper kegerator that's got the perfect temperature, then you can do that at home. But leave that to the pros. I feel like just
Dude.
buy a 12-pack or something and bring it to the party. Just buy cans or something. Like, that's a better party experience. I don't think I need the keg beer anymore.
So check this, Owen. Me and my buddy Robbie, in my early 20s, he was working for a craft brew your own company.
Okay.
They would ship you all the components, and you could brew. What they had like 30 different beer packages that they could just send you.
I remember I did one once. It was like Mr. Beer or something. I remember.
So he was a competing brand that was like much more knowledgeable and kind of more for people who wanted to really get into the hobby.
To the brewing, side of things. Yeah.
So he convinced his boss to let him brew 3 little slim kegs and 1 big keg.
Wow.
Of beer for this festival that he was going to. And they were basically going to like promote and try and get kids to
try this out. Yeah.
Try this out. Now, mind you, what I don't think he told his boss was that this was like a hippie festival. It was all like folk music, all like very like trippy music, stuff like that. These kids were not buying like brew your own beer memberships and shit like that.
Why not? Hippies like brew your own beer shit too.
We didn't sell.
Saying they're too poor?
Yeah, we did not sell one single
single thing. No.
Damn.
So the other thing was we couldn't sell the beer either.
Like legally, you couldn't. Yeah.
We couldn't be like a vendor for beer. So basically, all we could do was give beer away. And we tried for 3 fucking days
to give
this beer away.
Couldn't do it.
And we still after the first day, we hadn't even like done any damage to any of these kegs because we were drinking our own beer because we were trying to give this stuff away in promotion. So we're drinking like our own beer. After the first day of giving almost nothing away, we're like, bro, we have to start drinking this beer.
Was it any good?
Yeah, no, they were great. There was like 3 different types of beer, and then like in the big keg was I think just like almost like a Bud Light,
a lager or whatever.
Yeah, but like the 3 little mini kegs, there was like a sour and 2 IPAs, awesome beers. But like try to drink 2 little kegs of IPAs.
No, you can't do it.
The second day I was so shit faced. Like I couldn't like function to give beer away. I was like, yeah, dude. I was out. Like the moment we packed everything away, I was like, I'm going to lay down now. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm going to die.
I was gone for like 4 hours.
I'm going to die now. Okay. Well, that's a good beer talk. Good. Yeah. Everybody likes a good. I like a good beer story. But no, I wanted to ask you at the top of the show. I mentioned if you had kids, would you send them to a children's psychic reading summer camp?
Yes, anything to get them away from me. I would send them to every camp, boarding school and camp.
I mean, I feel like our generation would generally be more okay with it than like.
Well, I saw like I was going to work the other day. I saw a sign on like one of those intersections, like a bandit sign that's like, on the side of the road that you always see everywhere. Children's psychic reading summer camp. Professionally printed, everything, like with a number and all that. It's a couple.
So, do you think this is like psychologists, tarot readers, whatever it may be?
Not psychologists. No. That's different. Psychics.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, not psychologists.
You said psychologists. I was like, those motherfuckers aren't going anywhere near
tarot readers and psychologists. Yeah, you know what I meant. Anyways, do you think this is like trying to make them more professional? They're like, hey,
maybe
we'll just give these kids readings for a whole summer camp.
And we'll teach them how to do it. Maybe do a little tarot, little palm.
But they're still going to pay for like every tarot that they do.
I don't know. Maybe well, you see these places from time to time, right? Like we've still got one in town that's not too far. It's up on Bumby. Like I think it's still there. And you see these places and you're like, how are they still in business? Do they get that many people coming in for readings?
bro.
I've gone on random occasion. Have you never ever just
No!
gone random?
No,
It's
I'm not doing
it's
that.
just fun. I don't expect it to change my life, but
If it was free, I'd do it, but it ain't free.
The closest thing
It's
I
not-
ever got was one of those like machines in Vegas where you put like the guy in the booth like gives you like a card, like
A Zoltan?
Yeah, like a Zoltan where a big
Yeah.
give you and get the card and everything. Except mine was actually Donald Trump, and it was
Oh.
Donald Trump in there, and then he gave me I got a reading from Donald Trump
And he said, "You're fired."
Yeah.
I don't know. There used to be a couple different like Peacock Room back in the day had this girl that would come in and do tarots. Like, you give her a tip, and she didn't have a price. She's just like,
I'm
"Give me a
okay
tip."
with that. That's not too terrible. I do that, I guess, is like a lark at a bar or something. But
Yeah,
Do those
it was
pe-
fun.
okay, the problem I have with those people is that some of those people actually believe their bullshit, and they
Mhm.
it ain't real. It ain't. There's
I mean,
there's nothing real. It's complete and utter talking out your ass bullshit with those people, right? Like there is nothing. There's nothing. It's nothing.
It's not exactly that. Like, there's ways that are fucking like. There's ways to read those cards that are established, what they mean, how they read. You can all
it's
interpret
bullshit.
that
It's
however you
bullshit.
want. But
Snake oil and chicanery.
Mhm.
I'm just saying they aren't coming up with it on the fly. They aren't doing
No,
it
there's
just to fuck with you. There is like sort
Those
of semi
cards all
rules
mean
behind
something.
it. Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So if you have a summer camp for these kids, like what are you're teaching them to basically be carnies?
I like it. Yeah.
I would actually-
totally go
I
be a
wouldn't-
carny child.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't send them to psychic reading camp, but if there was a carny camp, I'm sending them to
Well,
that.
that's kind of cool though. I mean, carny camp, you get to learn how to like definitely like screw people over. You get
You get to learn how to set up rigged games.
yeah.
You learn how to assemble shoddy rides
hmm
so that they don't break down all that often.
For me, there might even be a wrestling component because the original
Mm-hmm.
like the original carnivals were the beginning of all the wrestling stuff.
um,
It's where you get
ooh,
all your
maybe-
terms like marks and all that.
Maybe you're a exceptionally hairy child. You get into like the freak show side of things.
You'd be good at freak show. I feel like
I-
you would be like the good. Not in
Could
the
I
freak
be
show.
leader of the
No,
freak
yeah, that's
show?
what I'm saying. You'd be like the leader of the oddities. Like you'd be.
I'd like that.
Yeah, you'd be the leader of the oddities. I can see you with the top hat, right? Like,
I think he has claw hands.
yeah, we could do a thing to make it seem like you have claw
Lobster
hands,
claw hands.
lobster- but
Just-
you could
yeah.
still hold a microphone and you're get right up, like all
Hello,
that.
everybody.
Yeah, you have a dusty coat, like a dusty long coat with
Ooh,
tails.
a dust. Can I get a duster?
Not a duster. Just actually like a
Mm.
dusty coat. It's a couple patches on there. It's weathered. You got a sort of a shitty hat. Like you're big
Ooh, like
fishing.
Like the top of my stovepipe hat is
Yeah.
like open like a can.
Yes.
It's like
You-
a little bit.
just a little. Yeah, everything's a little shitty, but I think
Yeah.
you'd be good at that. I think you'd be good as the wrangler of the
The
oddities.
freak show. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, Ty, I can see you though. I can see you in like the full get up with like the globe and
Yeah.
everything. You can read with the crystal ball. Like I could see you in like
I'm gonna
a
play
lot
the
of-
accordion. too.
Okay.
Lots of accordion.
you got two jobs. You got two jobs in the carnival. What would I do? What would I be good at in the carnival? I mean, I'd be good at.
Lion tamer.
You think so?
You'd be the lion tamer. You'd be
Oh.
in that cage.
I don't know.
You'd have a chair in one hand and like a whip in the other.
Okay.
Tightrope walk.
I could probably do that.
Owen's not bound. Owen fell off a bicycle.
Yeah, it's
He's
true.
No,
not
you
the
got to do it
tightrope walker.
with a beer in hand.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
drink it down the rope.
Two
You could- you-
beers
could do it.
to balance me. I'd be good.
Oh no. Okay, so Owen is the knife thrower, but he like still drinks a beer and smokes a cigarette, and he's like, whatever. Eh.
Yeah, it's the most terrifying. Like, oh, I
And
can.
his whole bit is that he just absolutely doesn't even. He's just like, I'm not even looking.
Yeah. No practice whatsoever. Oh, you know what? I would be good at the guess your weight thing. I'd guess the.
Calling out the fatties.
I would just call out the fatties. I'd be like 600 pounds. Like clearly, like I mean,
I'm only 220 pounds.
yeah.
Yeah,
Away crying.
the carnival manager is calling Owen in every day. He's like, Owen, you're giving away stuffed animals constantly, bro. You can't just keep saying 600 pounds for every fatto.
They looked like they were fat, so they seemed like they were 600 pounds. Oh no, fatso.
No fatso.
Oh, fatso is such a good term too. I really.
It's almost not mean.
Yeah.
He was a lovable fatso.
He's a fatso. He's just.
I mean, I think it's better than some, like when we call somebody a chungus. Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds mean.
Yeah, but it's got kind of a charm to it. Something about Chungus sounds funny to me.
If you call an animal a chungus, then
That's
it's
fine.
endearing.
Yeah.
But like a person, if you call a person a chungus, I think that's kind of mean.
I think fatso is less insulting than chungus. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And
yeah.
fatso, okay, fatty, worse than fatso.
Yeah.
Fatty.
Somebody a fatty.
Yeah. That's where I think
That's mean.
Yeah. Oh, like Jimbo the fatso.
That's kind of a nice guy.
Yeah.
I think Jimbo the fatso is probably a likable fella.
Yeah, he's okay with it too. He's like, oh, hey, thanks guys. Thanks for.
I used to be Jimbo the fat ass, so I mean, this is a welcome change.
What's the worst term for a fat person?
Blob.
Yeah, blob's pretty high up there.
Blob. He was real blobby.
Yeah, blobby. Blobby is like, yeah. You've got to be like, you've got to have all the parts that like are popping out randomly too, right? If you're the blobby person, like you're.
Well, you've got like you probably got the underarm like jowl.
Yeah.
At least a double, if not a triple chin.
Yeah. Whereas like our good friend Sean Bain, he's a little bigger guy, but we can call him a fatso, and he's not like that. He could be a fatso, Like,
and we would have to mean it very kindly.
Yeah. Fatso,
Oh, look at the old fatso.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him doing stuff.
I'm just saying.
He'd probably cry. He'd cry.
Yeah, he wouldn't like that, actually. He would.
Oh, and I remember, me and my wife used to go to the theme parks and do a lot of people watching.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of times where it's like you'd see inclines or sets of stairs. And one of my favorite things was to be like, I'd tap Janine and be like, I bet that fat guy's gonna have a problem
with
going
those
up
stairs.
those stairs.
Yeah.
You watch right now.
Oh.
And yeah, he you could see it was like a shallow stair set where it's like he's really got to kind of hike, and you're like, yeah, he's gonna have a hitch. Oh, and there it is.
Yeah, he's gotta take a break.
So do you ever do that at the theme park where you see somebody and you're like, oh, that's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to go with that, baby.
Daily. I mean, it's I work at one. I mean, the factory is full of these oddities that I see, and I love making fun of them in my head as I walk by, and I like making fun of people that are just too fat and have to get the mobile like scooter things. Like they've got to get those because it's not that they really have. It's just fat. They don't want to walk.
You don't have a mobility issue.
Do you think? I feel like maybe since they can identify as they may be big, but they're also lazy. Can I identify as lazy as like a skinny, somewhat healthy person? Like
I feel like you should be able to. Like,
give me a mobility cart. Do I not have the right? Give me the right.
I think that they'll give you one, no problem, if you pay for it. Like you got to rent those things. I think, yeah.
Oh, they do have to pay for it.
Yeah. You gotta pay for those things. But yeah,
Ty, I do thoroughly believe though that if you get a cart now, you will need a cart later.
Yeah, you're only inviting the problem to become real at that point. Like
you're
later down the
basically
road.
inviting like McDonald's to live at your. You're like, come on, McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, once they put you in the electric cart, Ty, just saw those feet right off. Just clip them. Clip them now.
I'm
Save
gonna
yourself
go
the hassle.
pirate at some point. I don't want to clip them both at the same time. I need peg leg for a while, so you know.
Dude, do you think you can still get like a bona fide wooden peg leg anymore?
Oh,
I'll get it crafted by the best craftsman there is.
yeah. There's someone on Etsy. That'll do that.
Like,
I bet there are, like, you know, they have some sort of nice attachment part, but I bet there's plenty of peg legs out there.
Peg
are there
leg.
luxury brand? Is there a Gucci prosthetic leg?
Peg leg cost? Hang on.
Is there like an Yves Saint Laurent prosthetic hand?
Okay, hang on here. I'm on Amazon. I think you can get one on Amazon now. Yeah.
Let me get a.
Does it come in like standard sizes of peg leg? Or is there like small?
Dude, I think
large?
there's no standardization with that. I think you got to get like a fully customizable peg.
Dude, if Amazon's selling peg legs, I guarantee there's got to be some sort of sizing.
No.
Standardization.
Have you never seen an old pirate? They're always got one that's like a little too small or a little too long, and they've got to kind of they got to walk like it's all fucked up, you know. Man, a peg leg. All right, you can get an antique prosthetic peg leg for $699 on
I don't want
eBay.
some old peg.
Is this used?
Peg.
I don't think you can get peg legs anymore. It's all coming up with prosthetic legs. I mean, that's different. I want to.
Bro, I'm quitting my job today. I'm peg legging tomorrow.
Dude, why not? Like,
bro, because my grandpa had his leg amputated and he had a prosthetic leg. I know that what they do, they give you like this little cup that attaches to where the nubbin is, and the nubbin has like a piece at the bottom that's like a metal peg, and it just like ratchets it, or his like ratcheted right into the leg, and you could just press a release and pop it right off.
do that for
and make the thing ratchet right into a peg.
Yeah,
right.
A woody peg.
You would be like, do you think? I think you'd get a lot more respect from people too if you're walking around with a peg leg instead of one of these like fancy like Blade Runner legs. Like, yeah,
bro. If you show up to the Paralympics,
yeah, you compete with your peg leg, like.
Yeah, it's high like jump in a peg leg. That would be so great.
Apparently, peg leg is more used for furniture these days. Like that terminology. So I guess it is a little.
That's not good anymore. I don't like this new world where we're not having peg legs.
Okay.
Wooden prosthetic leg. Wooden.
Ooh.
What I don't know how to make that search work.
All right, we got mannequin legs. You can get those for $10.
Could you wait? You could fashion one of those into a prosthetic.
Probably, yeah. You got creepy, primitive 19th century child's prosthetic peg leg, homemade wood. That is a
kid peg.
Yeah. $359 for that.
That's probably tiny though. That's probably even too much for a limp.
and I'm sorry, dude. You know that thing is just chocked full of so many ghosts.
Okay, yeah.
It's a child's peg leg. Oh, it's so many ghosts are trapped inside that thing.
I was right. The place to go for peg legs is Etsy. This is where you need to go.
Well, I would assume you're not getting mass-produced peg legs anymore.
Yeah, no.
Can you just search pirate peg leg?
A lot of them are like maybe this is a thing for amputees now. Like that you can go. It seems like you can have
vintage prosthetics.
Yeah. Have vintage prosthetics like fitted, and you can wear like a vintage prosthetic instead of your more modern. Yeah.
What kind of fucking cripple hipster are you?
Oh, they're out there.
If you're wearing a wooden prosthetic leg and you're like, it's just wooden.
Cripsters.
They wanted me to get a titanium one. I said, no.
I don't want that
No,
shit.
that does not go with my steampunk aesthetic. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Is this? I feel a little guilty. Am I that guy? I might be that guy.
You would be that guy if you when you when you get
When you lose your
limbs
leg.
to diabetes, you will be the one guy that has the some weird like.
Yeah, it'll have like an ornate engraving of a
Yes.
wizard on the
Yes.
peg.
You're fucking right. Yes, yes, it will.
Oh, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Ty's peg. Oh, it's gonna be a.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a beautiful. I imagine there's probably gonna be some like metal filigree in there, like
Dude, I've thought about this in depth. Like, I mean it when I
because
say
he knows he's losing them.
And
Well,
when you die, we'll take off the leg and we'll close the coffin and we'll put the peg leg right on top of the coffin. On
the gravestone. We'll like.
Oh,
just-
we could put it there. No, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. We're not.
Are you taking it with you?
Yeah. I'm taking it. I'll hang it in the house.
Well, it's not
it
like
always
he's gonna...
was a bong. It is a bong.
Yeah, it's also a bong.
Oh, that's dude. Oh, you smoke it like a peace pipe, like a fucking old steamroller.
It cracks it off, pulls it off, pulls it off. Yeah, I can see that.
Honestly, Ty, if you get a prosthetic bong peg leg and you do not let me smoke out of it,
No, it's gonna be part of the sesh. Like if we're hanging out, I'm taking my leg out.
bro, that'd be the ultimate conversation starter. If you're like, you guys want to smoke a bowl, and you're like, hold on, pop your peg leg off.
All right, don't be weirded out, but this is gonna be great. I promise. It's safe. It's clean.
It's clean. But, yeah.
Next bigger question, Ty, if you get a peg leg, say from like knee down, are you cutting all your long pants to show off your peg?
Yep. He's
I already have mostly 3/4.
Yeah, he's already got the 3/4 pants, so he's in good shape.
Perfect.
Yeah, he can just because he can just pull it up a little
true,
bit, and like he can show. Oh, you want to see the leg? Yeah, here you go. Like,
I mean, I got shorts.
Check it out.
But the 3/4 pants is good for peg leg.
that is good for peg leg.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I was in line going into the factory the other day, and I'm all fine for people, transitioning or having different sexualities and all that.
It sounds like what you're about to say means you're not fine.
Well, you do you, but then there's also like a certain amount of like decorum that everybody should sort of have with things like at work, like right. So this person in front of me looks to me like it could be a male possibly transitioning into a female, or identifying as a female, whatever. Okay, that's fine.
It was just a dude. He was just hanging out. You're like, hey, how's your transition going? The guy's like, what the fuck?
That would be a funny thing to start doing to people, to fuck with people. Just kind of like walk up to like, I'm really proud of you. You're so brave. So brave.
I am just a man.
Fucking mouth is what's gonna happen, bro. You're gonna do that. You're gonna think it's gonna be hilarious. The very first dude is gonna be like, "What the fuck did you say?"
Plump. Yeah.
Bonk.
But anyway,
no prank.
So the person in front of me in line, going through the security line and everything, she's got a backpack on, and got pins on the backpack. And one of the pins on the backpack says, "Don't bully me or I'll come."
I love that. You don't love that? You didn't say all right.
Well, it's a little brash for the workplace, is it not? Is that workplace appropriate to you?
I think
all
if you ask the rules and standards people, they probably don't want you talking about cum at work.
Oh, guys.
Or I'm gonna be honest.
My job is pretty corporate.
But am I supposed to bully the person now, or like what is?
If you want her to come, she likes that shit.
I don't know.
or he or she,
whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I stand I don't know where I stand with this. I was perplexed. That's all I'm saying.
I've got my classic man bag that everybody knows and remembers.
That thing's still going strong.
Still going strong.
A
but
lot
I
of
bring the shit to
drugs
work.
have been in that bag. A lot of drugs have been in that bag.
Probably too many drugs. No, not too many. But this has like a fuck the norm. I hate the fucking Eagles, semantics, ARPAN, fuck your dreams is that, or no, fuck your fears. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
I don't have a fuck your dreams.
No, we never made those.
We should though.
We should.
Did we?
I don't
Are
think
you
we made fuck your dreams pins. I don't think we ever made a pin of that one. We made stickers. We never made pins of that. But I would know. I would spend the money on it. Anyway.
But to answer your question, I think it was somebody who works there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think that might be a little far for
work.
Listen to you, old assholes. Let her have her fucking cute pin,
dude. I'm saying you want to wear that on your like your purse when you go out, like on the town.
Yeah,
sure. Great pin.
She's looking for that.
Awesome.
She wants a dom. She wants to be told to do wrong things, which is great.
But if you're going to work,
maybe take that one off the bag.
That's probably not. Again, in my experience, I would say nothing until someone complained about it. Because that's the thing. It's not outright bad enough for me to be like, "Hey, buddy, take that off, put it in your pocket, and don't ever wear that back into work again, or you're fired." But if someone was like, "Hey, man, I don't think that pin's offensive," then yeah, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do and go, "Hey, man, somebody complained about your pin, so you got to lose it now. Sorry, bud."
I don't know.
It's got a nice back door with the pin, because almost anything you say against it could turn her on, which is also nice.
That's the point. Is the whole thing is like, if you question it, now you're bullying me, and now like it's a double. It
well,
all
and the
goes
other
back around.
Well, and the other thing is, it could also be misconstrued, if you do make a complaint about it, that you're like crossing that line.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so is it not cool to be me anymore? Like, I can't be this individual. Like, this is me.
I just think the rule of like talking about coming at work is probably where like, we should probably not. Should we do that? Like.
Well, I don't think.
What if I go to work? What if I go to work with a pin on my bag that says "Big tits make me hard," right? Or like
you have that pin and you don't wear it every day.
I mean, we need to make that pin now.
Okay, I wear that all the time. Big tits make me hard. Yeah, why not? But I would agree. Like, this is what I would like when I was an employee.
I love blowjobs. Just pin on, like, I like that. Like.
Oh, what's wrong? We can't talk about how I love the fellatio anymore.
Totally fine.
Is that a crime?
Well, I thought this was America.
I thought I was free to enjoy the kind of freedom I like.
I thought we were into inclusion around here. Apparently, we're not in inclusion of the blowjob.
Apparently, a white cis male can't enjoy a nice old-fashioned blowjob anymore.
How dare me?
The war on white men will not end. I'm riled up about it.
James Aldean writes a song about how even he likes blowjobs in a small town.
Yeah.
Come to try to do that in my small town. Come try to get a non-heterosexual blowjob in my small town. I'll tell you what.
Or like an I love bukkake, would that be appropriate? Wear that at work? An I love bukkake pin? Like,
what if I went? I would allow that. What if I went kind of obscure and was like, "Hirsute females make me erect."
I don't even know what that is.
Hairy.
Oh, okay. Hairy. I dig hairy chicks. Put that up. Like, that would be good. I dig hairy
chicks make me boner.
Hairy chicks make me boner. I like the broken English with it. Yeah. We should come out with a line of just like the most random offensive pins that we can think of.
And
I bet you they would sell.
And with incorrect English.
Yeah, incorrect English is a must. Yeah.
Part of the branding.
The first one, hairy women make me boner. And actually, can that be that should be the name of the first segment? I'm gonna write that down. Hairy women make me boner.
Yeah, I'll get it here. I like that. That is, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's an interesting world that we live in.
I do think that, yeah, that's probably, you are, if I'm being honest, you're over the line.
Yeah,
I like being right in the perfect gray area of almost getting in trouble for the gray line. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to ride right under whatever that bubble is to not get in trouble. And I ride that line at work a lot.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
and we have a team chat, you know, where we can like ask questions about whatever problem we have. But for me, I'm literally
Ty just puts in there
weird shit all day.
Yeah, Ty's just like, hairy women make me boner? Question mark.
So let me slack you something real quick. Let me.
There wasn't no slack in that photo.
So, talking about like crossing the line, though, moving on here a little bit. You guys know of Rudy Giuliani, right?
Yes, I think.
Oh boy!
Like, colloquially, I know about Giuliani. Yeah.
So he's like, man, he's a monster. Like I knew he probably wasn't a good. I knew he wasn't a good human being. And obviously he's come under fire lately. He's got some sexual harassment lawsuit by Noam Dumphy, a former staffer of his.
Isn't this dude like 80 years old?
Yeah.
Dude, I just assume every man who's 80 years or older just has some latent sexual like, allegations against him.
So he was sued
from an era where like men just did that kind of shit, and now it's all catching up. So, 80-year-old men, reach out if you don't have a sexual allegation against you.
Yeah, so this lawsuit was filed earlier in the year, including a wide array of disturbing allegations against the Trump-loving lawyer, from behaving erratically while drunk to exposing himself to non-consensually to demanding sexual favors to making various sexist and racist remarks. But they got an actual audio transcript of like this chick had an audio recorder of like exactly the type of horrible things this guy said. Shit. So to start things off, one of the things he says is Jewish men have small cocks because they can't use them after they get married.
Hold on. Even if the first part was true, the second part doesn't validate the first part.
I don't think the science is there on that one. He says, whereas the Italian use them all their lives so they get bigger. So
and hold on. Say it like you know Giuliani says it.
I can't do a Giuliani.
Italian
use them all for their lives so they get bigger. Yeah.
Wait, is that what? Wait, hold on. Is that what makes your dick big?
You just gotta
using it all the time?
Yeah, maybe. Fuck. I mean, that's the. Is that the secret?
That can't be the truth because I was jerking off constantly.
No. You gotta.
My dick would be huge.
It has to be in a vagina. It's gotta. Yeah.
Wait, gay dudes can't have big old.
Oh, maybe butt sex, maybe blowjobs, maybe it just has to be with another orifice. Like then
it just can't be your own hand.
Yeah, I just think it can. Yeah, maybe that's.
Damn it.
Maybe that's. Right.
I was really hoping my dick was gonna get big.
Giuliani like really hates Jewish people because he's like he railed against how Jewish people want to go through that freaking Passover all the time. And how they should get over the Passover because it was 3,000 years ago. He's like, okay, the Red Sea parted. Woo, big deal. Not the first time that happened.
You guys need to pass over this Passover nonsense is what we're hearing.
He also...
Bro, that's like a high holiday for them, man.
So the transcripts also feature Giuliani discussing which celebrities are Republican. Giuliani is trying to think of someone in particular, and Dumphy volunteers that Matt Damon is very liberal. He then says, Matt Damon is a fag. Giuliani replies,
Whoa!
Matt
Can't call Matt Damon the F word.
He goes, Matt Damon is a fag. Matt Damon is also 5'2". Eyes are blue. Coochie coochie coo.
I'm glad they got that full part. I'm glad they got all of that on transcript.
Jesus.
Him doing
Christ.
hateful baby talk might be my new favorite thing. People use it in like googly nonsense words in hate speech.
So then this is what this is like where some of the allegations kind of come from as well. From this woman, Miss Dunphy or whatever. So he says to her, he says, "Come here, big tits. Come here, big tits. Your tits belong to me. Give them to me, indiscernible. I want to claim my tits. I want to claim my tits. I want to claim my tits. These are my tits." Miss Dunphy. Oh, yeah? Mr. Giuliani.
Yeah, those tits, yeah.
These breasts belong to me. Nobody else can get near these, okay? I don't care if they're flirting or they give you a business card. These are mine, you got it?
Wow, Giuliani, dude, you are, and that's how you know that this is real and real deep seated.
I mean, haven't you guys ever worshipped some titties? I don't necessarily.
Yeah, I have.
I'm
but it's
getting
been
a little
super
more respect for Giuliani at this point.
But it was always a consensual respecting.
Yeah. It's a lot of non-consensual things going on right here right now.
I'm sure you've all observed tits that were not consensually looked at.
Probably.
Yeah, but I didn't. I then didn't walk up to the broad and was like, "Oh,
Those
your
are
tits
mine.
are mine.
Those are mine.
I claim these.
Nobody
tits.
can touch them. Don't flirt with your titties. Don't give your titties a business card."
I've definitely talked some titties like they were people, though. Like I've definitely been all up in there. Been like, how have you been? I know where you've been, but like I know you're just a titty. Talk to me like titty stuff.
Yeah, all right. So, well, after he says, "These are mine, you got it," she says, yes, Mr. Giuliani, understand? I'm very he says,
is she offering the titties? Is she giving the titties?
Oh, what? She says, or no, he says, understand? Question mark. I'm very fucking possessive. I've gone easy on you. She says, I don't know. I've been easy on you. She says, you're pretty tough on me. I've been easy on you. Give them to me. Maybe was the last. This guy is a fucking monster.
Yeah, dude. If the problem is, I don't think anything's gonna fucking happen.
It's ridiculous.
They're gonna go. They're gonna say, "Hey, Miss Giuliani, by the way, you can't say this kind of stuff anymore, right? Okay,
can't like tits anymore. What the hell is this world coming to?
This isn't the America I fought for."
Yeah, so that's you could read more in the Rolling Stone. They document it all here as well, but sounds like a real good guy, real solid individual. Yeah,
this Giuliani sounds like a bad apple.
I mean, I will say I like tits too. So I can identify with that.
You do really? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Do you not like tits, Owen?
I'm a big fan, but even as crass as I can be, I don't think that I'd say that they would belong to me or
you guys are married.
I mean,
those tits kind of sort of belong to you to a degree.
Yeah, a little bit. This is a part ownership type deal.
I don't think
I'm on the lease for the car. I'm on,
yeah.
They put me
my
on
name. My name's on a document somewhere that attaches me to the titties. But it's not like it's like we share space.
Correct.
I think you should try it next time you guys just feel a little spicy. Just try declaring those tits your tits and see what happens.
Oh, those are my tits. Yeah, those are my tits.
I'm gonna do it like he did it too, like real, like those are my tits.
I've been easy. I've been
on
easy. I like that. That's the part. I've been easy.
I've been
on you.
easy on you.
That's
That's gonna get too scary. Like sexy time is gonna be over if I
Yeah.
start being like, I've been easy on you. It's about to get tough.
Yes.
That might be the turning point you need. I don't know.
Thanks for your marital advice, Ty. The only one here with a divorce, by the way. Just go ahead and throw that out there.
Yeah. That I'm not hiding.
Speaking of monsters, I was thinking about this in my head the other day, and I'm like, it'd be really easy to prank deaf and blind people. Like, do you think?
God damn it, dude.
Do you think they get pranked enough, or like? I think. Okay, here's what I was thinking. So, like, what if you were like the nicest guy to everybody with hearing, but you knew sign language? And you just talk shit to deaf people all the time, like you're like like everybody's favorite guy at the office, and like and he's so nice. He brings in cupcakes, and he's like oh, he's such a nice guy to everyone. No, I would never. But
those words have actually never been spoken about you in an office setting, Owen.
No, that's accurate. But if I was, but there was like one deaf employee, and like I knew sign language, and I was always just like, or like just making like being just horrible, like to the like. Do you think that's ever happened? do you think that?
Yes, I 1000% think that someone has been a real piece of shit to a deaf or blind person.
Like, what if? Okay, so think about it like this too. For like sign language and stuff, they can't catch you on the audio transcripts like they got, Rudy over here saying awful things. But what if, like, behind the scenes there, you're just texting, your tits belong to me, or in sign language? Like, like,
so you're saying you found like a real back door to be a real creep.
Yeah, a real horrible person. Yeah.
I've seen a couple. Have you seen these like false sign language people? Like
those are the best when they're just pretending. Like yeah. In like at a press
they're
conference.
Like doing a real it's like a real press thing, but they're just over there like bullshitting, and you watching it, you're like, holy shit, that is some bullshit.
I feel like I'd be really good at that. I feel like I would be really good at doing like bullshit sign language.
Owen's the LeBron of faking a sign language thing.
I think this is like a fad thing, like I don't know, like fucking graffiti, people just want to jump in and do some random false sign language these days.
I think I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna go to a concert. You know how sometimes they have concerts, right, where they have the sign language interpreters in front. I'm gonna go to one where they don't have one and just pretend to be one, and then just like be like doing the whole thing. And like, that's probably.
I feel like, though, it's the easiest. It's such a dangerous thing to be that person who wants to fake that. Because I feel like the moment you get caught, done. You are so canceled. You are. You would not be able to like come out and show your face around anywhere because you're the guy who was just fucking with deaf and blind dudes.
Well, I haven't fucked with the blind dudes yet, but what about this one? What if you were like a braille book printer, right? Like you had the controls like to be able to do stuff with braille, and then like you printed out their books, and then it was just full of just like all sorts of wrong facts about things, like just constant like misinformation, so the like blind people don't know like what's up, like like.
So we'd have a whole age of blind people who thought like Lincoln was a great president. He did real solid work. He didn't. Didn't get assassinated.
No, I would make up weird like cheeky stuff, right? Like it'd be like, because my brother thought this for the longest time. He was convinced that Abraham Lincoln was black because of what he did for the black, the slaves and everything. So I'd
like, there's no way a white guy would free all the slaves.
Yeah.
Black dude.
Yeah. My brother was convinced Abraham Lincoln was black. He's like, look at him on the $5 or whatever. He's like, he's black. I'm like,
that guy's black.
He's totally black.
He's not at all. Yeah,
It would make sense, like
I would,
you
I would,
know-
yeah, it would be stuff like that. It would be weird stuff like that.
it would almost make sense too, because white people would see there's a reason we didn't have another black president, because the last time we had a black president, like they freed all the slaves.
Yeah.
I think white people would instinctually, at least for a little while, be like, maybe we're gonna elect a white guy just next time.
Just saying, just because it didn't go so great that that last time around.
Yeah, I mean, we had a whole civil war.
Yeah, we can't be having that.
We can't do that every 4 years.
Speaking of my brother, though, too, I showed you guys a picture this week of he went to. This just cracked me up. Like, I love my brother to death, but man, oh man, like he has entered peak like dad mode, right? Like he's going to go see the Counting Crows. He's got his he's got his Oakley blades on. Motherfucker with his cat with his hat. This is probably the same hat he's had since like high school or college. That he looked like PC Principal to me. He looked like I thought he looked like PC fucking Principal.
What does his hair actually look like without a hat?
It's nerd dad, like great clips type haircut, like just the standard.
Okay.
They give you the standard dad, that type of deal. I mean, nicest guy in the world, way nicer than me for sure. But oh man, next time I talk to him, I'm gonna have to rag on him a little bit more because like. I don't know if he watches South Park anymore or anything like that, but when my brother looks like PC Principal, and I need to alert him to these things.
I like.
Let's talk about before we get out of here for the first segment. Let's talk about soul patches, then, Mike. You're growing one out.
Oh yeah,
soul patch.
What's the deal with this?
So you guys know, I think I've said it before. The reason I don't grow my beard out is just because it's not great.
You have a shit beard. You have a shit beard.
I have a shitty beard, so I don't grow it out. But and much like my mustache, which didn't really come in until my like late 20s. I feel like now entering my late 30s, my patch is coming in.
You're in soul patch land now. Okay.
I feel like I'm almost ready to start wearing newsy hats.
They don't have soul patches. Newsy. What are you talking about? What's the connection there?
Oh, I'm evolving. I don't know. I always said like, nah, soul patch is never going to do it. No.
What are you saying? You might start wearing, what are they, Scully caps? Those things?
No, like a little newsboy hat.
Isn't that a Scully? Isn't that a Scully? I thought that was a Scully.
I always thought a Scully was like a beanie.
No, we used to call them, I think, Scully caps. Right?
Let's see what the old internet.
Yeah, I think Scully.
I think I have a news cap though.
Okay, yeah, they're scally caps.
Scally, that's it, scally,
Yeah,
scally caps.
Scully's
but that's what you're talking about. You want to look like you're a member of the like an Irish punk band. Like you want to look like you're in the Dropkick Murphys or something. Like,
sure, yeah, I think I'm gonna change my style up. I'm gonna get the mustache even bigger, just like bushier. I'm not gonna do anything with it. Just grow it.
Just out. Grow it
brushier.
out.
Like one of these guys?
Yeah, that's similar.
That's almost like a Mao hat, though. That's like a Chinese communist hat.
What?
Yeah, no.
I don't know if I agree with that.
That's like a Jewish village man's hat.
What Mikey's
I've worn
talking
that hat
about
for ages. It's a great hat.
Yeah, it looks like you're gonna go and be in a production of Fiddler on the Roof with that hat.
Yeah. All right, Peaky fucking blinders. What are you doing here? Like, let me see. Yeah, see, no, that's not a Scully. That's Scally, rather. That's like,
Yeah.
It's not. That's not Peaky Blinders enough. You need the top part where your head is to flap forward onto the brim.
I know what you mean.
I've
had those too.
Can I tell you?
That's more like a Castro. What you
Can I tell you, bro? I don't think any motherfucker ever under the sun during time has ever looked cool in a scally cap. Not one of them.
It can happen.
I know I have friends who wear them and think that they're tits, but
No, I'm not
Bro.
into them either. I'm not into. So okay, so you're not gonna do this. You're not gonna.
yeah,
go
but I was just making.
Oh, okay. What about the back? When I was young, I used to have the scally cap, but I would wear it on the Samuel L. Jackson style, like a Kangol,
like the Kangol.
backwards Kangol scally cap.
That's cool. That is
Yeah.
retro cool, I think, and you'd
Mm.
have
That
to
had
be.
a short, cool lifetime, and I don't think it'll come back.
Oh, everything
Yeah,
comes
dude,
back. Everything comes
I
back.
think I think unless you're LL Cool J, I think unless LL brings it back, you can't be the one to bring it back.
He didn't wear that though. He wore the other. He wore the Kangol hat that was more like a bucket hat type thing, right?
I'm
didn't
pretty
wear-
sure that
He didn't
LL
wear
Cool
the back.
J-
No, so I think it's Sam Jackson with the one I'm thinking of. Like he's always got like the backwards Kangol type.
Yeah.
I mean, Kangol's a brand, so they make different types of hats. But LL Cool J was more. That was a different style.
bro. I got pictures of, but see, yeah, maybe I am wrong because he did wear the bucket Kangol, but in his later life, he started wearing a scally cap front way, like Irish way.
Yeah, you're mixing the two together. Yes,
Yeah.
Later life, he does wear that, but
Sammy J does pull the.
Yeah, the Kangol that he wore was like a bucket hat. It was iconic. It was like the red bucket hat, like almost like fluffy red bucket hat thing.
Yeah, it's almost Samuel L. Jackson's look to wear like the backwards.
Yeah, Sam Jackson's been wearing that for forever. He never stopped. He probably started wearing that shit in the 90s.
But
and
dude,
never-
honestly,
and
it
never
looks
stopped.
like for a little bit, like in the 80s, he was wearing just like a straight beret.
He was, well, that was his time with the Black Panthers, probably. Like, that wouldn't surprise me.
But maybe it could be one of these backward Kangols that you just can't see the rim on. Because, dude, some of his Kangols got an extra amount of flop to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at some pictures. I see what you're saying. Yeah, some of them, they're beret adjacent. I'll give you that. They're very close to a beret.
They got a lot of flop in the top of his Kangol.
Flop in the top of my Kangol. Yeah,
that's my new rap album.
That's a good rap album name right there,
dude.
Ooh.
And he also it looks like he's not even wearing it straight backwards. It's backwards and askew.
Yeah. I think that's what gives it an extra bit of cool to it. Like it does look
Panache.
cooler. Yeah, when you got it a little askew. Yeah, I'll give you. I think that's a better look. It's a better look. But with back to the soul patch thing, you've Ty, you said you've shaved everything off and just had a soul patch before?
Yeah.
That's isn't that the douchiest of douchey facial hairstyles?
It was so this has happened to me a number of times throughout my lifetime, but like while trimming the beard, I fuck up one spot and I trim too much and I got to trim it all.
Yeah.
And I was sad, but I was like, while I'm shaving, I'm like, fuck it, I'll just leave the soul patch. Why not?
You look like you're in a new metal band from 2001, don't you? When you have that, like, isn't that the?
It's low key funny, but only for like a week, and then it's fine.
It's almost the Disturbed.
Yeah,
the guy, the lead singer from Disturbed.
See, yours almost.
My soul patch is light though too. Like I don't have a super dark soul patch.
That helps you. That helps you. Like Mike, though, I gotta say, I actually weirdly think that the soul patch. Actually, I think it complements the mustache. I think the two might weirdly work together. I don't hate it. I don't 100% hate it. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that it might work for you.
I like it. I did try like the little chin bulb.
Oh, see, yeah. Oh, now you're just looking like the devil. Like if you do that, like you're straight up just looking like the devil. like what is his name?
Lucifer,
Anton LaVey, like something like that, like that guy.
the leader of the Church of Satan.
Yeah. You start looking like him. I mean,
Bro, that's pretty cool. I'm not
that's a
gonna
pretty
lie.
cool look. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty.
I gotta like grow it down a little bit and give it a little whoop.
Yeah. You could do that. You could
Full
do that.
Satan.
But then
I'm starting to get a lot of gray too, man. I'm kind of liking it.
I'm getting
Like
quite a
grayer
lot in my
sooner.
I'm getting quite a lot in my hair and my beard.
Like in my chin, it's really coming in.
It's next
None.
couple years, you don't see your chin hair, Mike, because you don't grow it out. So you get like
Well, yeah, but my mustache ain't going gray.
well, it will. It will.
I can't wait because my family doesn't go gray. We do the silver. We do this like
go white.
silver.
Yeah.
No, not white. Silver. Ooh, it's good. It's a good gray.
That's a good look. I like that. I like that too.
I can't wait to have like a full and like both of my mom's parents had hair right up till the like full heads of hair till the day they died. So I'm probably gonna keep this bad boy.
Just be silver.
Bro, dude, I'll look so good silver.
So distinguished. But
I hope I get a salt and pepper phase for a little while.
Oh, you will. It doesn't happen overnight. You were talking though earlier about guys that just have the soul patch. That I'm talking about like the long metal, the metal guys that have like the
your Ian Scotts.
Yeah.
Anthrax.
Oh, I just Google image search soul patch, and I tell you who has a really like gross looking one is Billy Bob Thornton. He has got an ugly soul patch. Howie Mandel has a soul patch, just a soul patch. It looks lame.
Ew.
You see it? You see the Billy Bob Thornton? Like the Billy, it's a gross looking one, right?
When he was dating Angelina Jolie, it started and he looks gross. But then the very next picture from his IMDb, it's like a power soul patch.
Yeah, it's power soul patch. Yeah.
And it looks fucking weird.
It's like wide and like it's weird, right? Like it's it's an odd. And then you get you do have the guy that it's like it's like a goatee, but it all comes from the soul patch. So it hangs below the chin, but it all comes from the soul patch. And there's not really anything is like on the goatee. Those are the dudes that end up like doing like the stupid braids, right? And they put beads on it and like is that your system of a down? Is that what you call that? Is that
the surge?
I think it was even I think it might have been the other guy. I think it was the guitarist or something. Yeah, I think it might have been him. But yeah. Soul patch, not I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not the best look. Not just the soul patch. I think you can incorporate the soul patch into other facial hairstyles, but when you're just Howie Mandel in it like that, like he's not even got any hair on his head. The only hair on his head are his eyebrows and his fucking soul patch.
Yeah,
that's it's a choice. Definitely.
Don't you you normally have one regardless of beard or not, right? Normally.
I wouldn't it's all or nothing really for me. Like I don't like when I had my mustache, I didn't have a soul patch. I wouldn't, when I just had a mustache, I didn't have a soul patch.
I just feel like it's real rare for me to actually shave my soul patch off.
So guys, there's hair till about this could get
don't connect
wider.
No, don't. Yeah, you could widen it up a little bit if you want, but don't connect them. Don't connect them.
It's not gonna just grow around.
Well, then you got a circle of hair. You got a circle of hair that's just around your mouth. yeah, that's a weird. Ugh, I don't like that.
Little crescent moon mustache.
No. Not into it. Anything else you want to bring up for this first segment, or can it wait until we get into the second, guys? What you thinking?
This one can be pretty. Well, no, I'll start it out the next segment.
All right. Well, why don't you tease the people?
Okay, so guys, my place of business where I work, The restroom is not a public fucking restroom.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right.
Just leaving it at that.
You need to be a guest
Yeah.
to use our fucking restroom. Okay.
Yeah. All right. That's I think I know where maybe
I'm mad. Oh, I'm
maybe know where that's going. We will talk about that when we get to Oh No 2.0. We'll also do some clips as usual. And I'll give you a little update about my car. And I also want to ask you, Mike, about Netflix games and if you know anything about any of that. So, yeah. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Patreon.com/ONRS if you want to donate some extra hard-earned cash. We do this show for free, and it really, really, really helps things, if you donate an extra couple bucks, because it comes out of our wallets just to get this stuff online for you. So, also Facebook.com/groups/ONO Radio Show. Get in there. It's a lot of fun. You get to chat with us, and you get to, hear about, all the updates that's coming to the show. Let's see, 407-906-6466. If you ever want to leave us a voicemail, please do so. Twitch.tv/ONRS Live. YouTube.com. Search for Ono Media. And of course, what do we say when we get out of here for the first segment, boys? Fuck your dreams. See you in about 10 minutes. yes, welcome to another edition of Oh No 2.0, where, things typically get weird. I'm here. My name is Owen, captain of the shit ship. Along with me, of course, is Mikey, my mustache muse, and Ty, the lizard wizard from the Great White North. Seems like we've got...
You guys even cheese stick? You even do that?
I love a good cheese stick. I love a good what do you string cheese in there, buddy? You got a mozzarellas, you got what you got there? What you got?
String cheese is its own genre. It's not exactly a specific cheese. It is string cheese. And Wisconsin has a lot of really good string.
Yeah, but I mean, usually it is a type of cheese. It is
string cheese is the type of cheese.
Okay, it's just the type of cheese. I wonder what I see that we've got a Norm lurking in the chat room. Norm is our resident fatso, or resident Ono fatso. So I wonder what his thoughts on the string cheese
on the fatso debate. Oh, I thought the fatso debate.
Or the fatso debate. Just if the word fatso is more offensive than fatty, or I think I do contend that fatso is the nicer of the terms. I like a good fatso. I like a good fatso. Anyway, Mike, you left this on a cliffhanger here. At the end of the last segment, it seems like you've been a little angry at people lurking maybe around your current place of work, and maybe what are they? Are they lurking some smells in your bathroom scenarios?
All right, so I mean, we've had some lurky people that just, because I mean, where we're at, there's a lot of foot traffic, oddly enough. There's a ton of people who just seem to I see the same people walking in and out every day, and god damn it, Ty.
Whatever.
So, the other morning, and I've been opening, I come in at 8:30, and there's a woman standing not in the front walkway in front of the business, but in the parking spaces near the road.
Okay.
But she's just kind of pacing back and forth, and I'm just kind of everybody who works at the bakery, because the bakery's been open for a while already, is out in the front what the fuck is this woman doing?
Right.
So they end up, she just walks off, and we kind of think nothing of it. But that's not what I'm here to complain about. What I'm here to complain about is there's this old dude. And like I said, the bakery opens up at 8, and I get in at 8:30. I like to set up a little bit because my employees show up at 9. So I like to set up a little bit, get everything ready. About 9 or about 8:50, once everything's set up and ready, I like to go have my morning poop.
Okay.
Drop a little morning poop.
I do I'm always a big fan of pooping on the clock.
But the problem is,
it's hard to poo at work. I don't know. I can't.
I poo more at work sometimes than I poo at home. I poo work up.
Yeah. So, the last 2 mornings I go to have my 8:50 poop, and the bathroom's occupied. And this morning, I'm like, dang it. This is the second day in a row where the bathroom's occupied. And the woman at the bakery tells me, yeah, it's this old man. He goes in there and shits up the place. And I'm like, what? I'm like, is he buying pastries? She's like, no. And I'm like, so he's just walking in off the street, shitting up our bathroom?
It's got to be a homeless guy, right?
Yeah, I put myself in a position where I can see this dude who's gonna come out, and
Are you standing right outside the door, ready to just like confront this guy, like I would? Like, what are you doing?
No.
Coming here and what are you buying? You coming here and shitting up my bathroom? This is Mike B's shit time. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
No, but I'm
Explain
waiting.
yourself. Explain yourself, sir.
I'm waiting like in my kitchen but I can see like the exit door. I'm like, I gotta see this dude who's been shitting up my bathroom for the past 2 days.
Get a good, get some eyeballs on this guy.
Yeah.
Get an ocular breakdown.
This motherfucker, he's the same old man we've told several times, like, hey, you can't just come in here and sit in here.
That's a homeless guy, man. Like, it's tough. It's so hot outside.
It's not tough.
It's
not
hot.
tough.
Oh, it's so hot. It's so hot.
Go be homeless by the public library, brother.
Yeah.
They got public restrooms all over that bitch.
I'll tell you this.
My restrooms are for the guests. And
would you like a vegan spicy chicken, sir?
Okay. I gotta be honest, because normally I'd think I'd be on your page, but Teresa's been like, working at don't say it. She works at the YMCA, right? And so she has people that are homeless that buy memberships to basically use the
you're a member. I don't care.
showers. And you hang out, whatever, right? Like, but there's a rule that you can't sleep in the dressing rooms, like pretty much. Like you're not allowed to like sleep in places. And yes, like there have been a couple of occasions, and thankfully it's been on the female side, where someone's just like asleep in the locker room of the facility, and you gotta kind of like,
do them out.
Yeah, you do. But
hit them with a dust broom, just like kind of sweep them out of the room.
I'm sure those people come in and shit up the bathrooms too. But they're nice about it, even if they don't have a membership, and like if you're not abusing like the the privileges, like you're cool, they'll probably let you in. Like in a lot of these YMCA's. And
what if I did it though?
I
just walked.
You could probably do it. Yeah.
Take a shower, guys. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Yeah, you could probably. I mean, they'll try and check you in and stuff, and then they'll be like,
nah,
do you have a membership? And you'll be like, like you don't even really answer it. Just, can I?
Let's do this. Do I look like the type of guy that would have a membership?
Hey,
shoot some hoops before you shower, man. All you gotta do. Drop a couple of hoops.
What's your number, sir? What's your maybe
jump in the pool? They have pools at the Y.
Oh yeah, they got a couple pools. They got an in and an outdoor there. Like they got
Oh shit! I need to get to the Y. I want to go do some swimming.
Oh dude, we can get you to the Y. We can get you to the Y. I got a hookup down there now. I got a hookup.
You know people on the inside of the Y.
I know people on the inside of the Y. I know one person on the inside, and she might just turn a blind eye. Oh, it's Mikey B. He just wants to sit in the sauna again. Like,
I do.
Yeah, they got that too.
But I want to smoke weed in there. Is that okay?
See, that's the thing. Teresa's like, oh, you'd love the Y. They got pools. You love pools. I'm like, yeah, but I like pools that I can smoke around and drink in.
Yeah.
Like that's like I'm not here for laps, bro. Like I'm here for.
I was gonna say I don't think the old people doing swim aerobics are gonna be that cool with you like lounging in the corner with a
couple
beer
White Claw. I got my floaty,
Yes.
That would be so awesome to witness at the Y.
I mean, you're being
I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it one of these days.
You're being respectful. You're like hitting a weed pen. You're not like smoking open weed.
And I'll put my
I'll
put my White Claw on my Yeti.
Yeah,
I'll put my White Claw on my Yeti, but I'll pour it in there. I'll be obvious too. I'll be like, I'll have my Yeti, and then I'll just
bring
pour
it to the pool.
I'll bring it to the pool with my 12 pack. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm not drinking out of the look at me. I got a straw and everything.
I'm respectable, damn
Yeah,
it.
God damn it. Yeah. Drunk at the Y is another, good band name or album. Maybe even the title of the second segment. But Drunk at the Y. Drunk at the Y is a thing.
I have to imagine that happens a fair bit. Like there's a lot of
really.
Well, yeah, dude. There's like a lot of like little league games that
Oh
happen
yeah,
at the
yeah.
Y?
A lot of basketball games that
Yeah,
happen.
dog.
Yeah.
I used to do that. That was
So
a thing for me.
I'm assuming, like with every youth sports league, there are some parents that just can't seem to go to them without getting
Yeah,
half in the bag.
Randy Marsh basically at the game. You know, like yeah.
And I thought this was America.
I thought this was.
There's not
right,
normally
Randy.
like seating at the Y. It's just a fucking
I think
court.
I think they got some bleachers. They got some little bleachers by the on the basketball court area there. I think they got. I don't know. I have to ask her.
Well,
but-
so wait, what do you think they're gonna do, Ty? Are they like, all right, we're having your kid's basketball game. You can't watch though. No seating.
Well, she told me.
No, I'm just saying the Y, like there's games you can go play games at the Y that are like they have different leagues and shit like that sometimes.
Yeah,
but
that's what we're talking about.
there's not normally bleachers though.
No, I
It's
think
normally
I
just
think
a
there
court
is. I
you
think,
play on.
Well, I'm telling you that there are people. There's enough of a presence of people that come and watch some of these games that with these summer leagues that they have to have a cop there on certain days because there have been instances in the past of fights breaking out between like rival like summer camps or leagues or whatever. Like, yeah, it happens.
It gets intense.
Yeah, it gets intense. Like again, they Randy Marsh it and they get fucked up at their kid's game, and you know, things get a little out of hand. You know, in some of these. But yeah, I don't know. This guy though. Sorry, we totally diverted. But yeah, he's. Did you confront him? Did you talk to him? What was the resolution of this?
I told him the same thing we've told him before. Like, hey man, if you're not buying anything, you can't use the restroom. All right, we've told you this before. Can't be in here unless you're gonna buy something.
Yeah.
He's like, well, do you have a water cup? I'm like, no.
I like that he goes to something that you can give him now too. Like it's like straight into
Yeah.
Can I get a water cup? Like, yeah.
You know, we don't have to give those out to people.
Like I'm not gonna.
I always thought that was a rule, and I asked him. He's like,
You don't have to.
I don't have to fucking give anybody anything. Most people just do it because it's the nice thing to do.
Right. And it is also Florida where you might die if you don't get some proper hydration, you know, outside. So I
can see it, but yeah, this old man, I had to basically tell him like, unless you're buying things from one of these two places, you can't come in here.
Ooh.
Which I don't even like doing.
How'd he
But
take
we've
it?
told
How'd he
this
take
guy.
it? Was he pissed off?
He just grumbled and walked out. Like when I told him no, we don't have a water cup, he just grumbled and was like, "Wow." And he's like a 50-something-year-old man.
No, he's not that old then.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like an 80-year-old, like super.
I might have actually been nicer to like an 80-year-old.
Yeah, you probably would have. Yeah.
But you're a virile 50-year-old homeless, man. You're still prime. Get the
Also,
fuck out.
if you made it 80 years and you're homeless and you're still alive at 80 homeless, kudos. Like it's a rough life out there, you know? Like that's if you could make it that long, good job. You're worth keeping around. There's a reason you're around.
You have good stock.
You are the king of the street urchins. You are top tier street urchin.
Emperor homeless.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
So, kind of in the same vein, when you call the police about things, how expedient do you expect their arrival?
Of course, it depends. You've got to always make sure you say, I think I heard a woman scream. When you do that, then they come quick. Like, and I think I heard a white woman scream. A white woman. A white woman.
Female scream.
Yeah. Say that.
It sounded clear and Caucasian.
Yeah. And they'll quit. They'll be quick if they'll. Yeah. So that's one time. Yeah, that's one time you get. Then you get noise complaint way down the list. They don't show up for like an hour and a half if you make a noise complaint in this town these days.
Crackhead?
Okay, depends. Is the crackhead just walking home or is
menacing?
Yeah. See, the menace. That's not a crime to look menacing. Are they? I've had this a couple of times where you call them and they're like, oh, yeah, okay, so the crackhead knocked on your door, but is he still there? Like, well, no, but he's wandering around the neighborhood being all cracky and shit. And then
It's not illegal to knock on people's doors, sir.
well, and then you're like, well, what do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? If the
Arrest
crackhead's
him.
not there at your house, what do we do? I'm like, I don't know. Fucking drive around for like 10 minutes and probably spot him hiding near a trash can or something. Like, question him, talk to him. Like, this is probably not good that he's knocking on people's doors cracked out at like 12 o'clock at night. Like, can we not do this? And yeah, so then the response time was pretty piss poor. So I'm assuming you had a piss poor, crackhead call the cops scenario.
I do believe the cops were called at like 9:30 in the morning.
Okay, early crackheads. You got the morning crackhead crew.
They got cracked out and out into the world.
See, the thing is, though, no. That's just the ones that you see, because when you go home and that place is closed, imagine, like, it's probably triple the amount of crackheads around there, right?
I assume. I mean, we're there till about 11 o'clock at night, and they're
not late enough. No. Those crackies will come out 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
They'll start roving around.
Yeah, like they're like roaches. They're like, how lights are off for a few hours in the kitchen, and that you see, that's when you come out. Sometimes you'll flick on the light, you get a glass of water in the middle of the night. Fuck, a roach. And even though you never see him in the day, there'll be just that one. There he is, and you gotta get him right there. See, I think like the crackheads are like that, but like more of them.
Well, this one we called it. I think I didn't call there were other people that called, but would you like to know what time police actually showed up?
You said they were called at 9?
9:30.
9:30. I'm going to make a guess here. Noon.
I was going to say 1. Yeah.
You guys have a lot of faith in the police.
Wow.
2:30.
2:30. Wow. Yeah.
Yep. That's so annoying. Even for them. Like, for both of you, would you just say, yeah, there was a fucking cracky?
Well, I guess the issue was the crackhead in question was, like, looking in car windows, like...
Is he robbing some shit? Is he trying to
Or is he scoping out, is this car worth robbing?
Yeah.
So I guess, they called...
Maybe I can take a shit in this car. That would be a sweet car to shit in.
They won't let me shit in the restaurant anymore, so I gotta come out here and find a car.
In the car.
Yeah.
I mean, I just smoked a lot of crack. I need to shit a lot.
Does crack make you want to shit?
Probably.
Crack gives you the real run shit.
I think it does,
It's like a known thing.
Yeah, I think that's a thing. It's like opioids block you up. Like, for the most part, from what I understand,
crack just runs you out.
Yeah, like things like speed or crack or coke, like that stuff. I think you shit yourself on that.
Oh, good. I'm gonna stay away from those like I've been staying away.
Yeah, same.
It is kind of odd that, like, coke, it seems like people do for a time and then stop. But man, it seems like crack, for some reason, it is your new life.
It's just that damn good. It's just that damn good, bro.
Yeah,
there's just like
only because, like, people literally, their whole life becomes revolvent around the acquisition and consumption of crack.
Yeah, I have a friend that you guys know. I won't say his name on air, but he smoked it once. He smoked crack once, and he just said, "Oh yeah, I could never do it again because it was fucking awesome." Like, it's so bad.
You don't even wonder just a little bit, because you're like, man, it takes people's entire lives away.
Well, heroin too, right? I mean, and to a degree, that's like sometimes starts with like pain, like, issues and everything, right? Like,
yeah.
So there is usually, like, in a lot of cases, there's a reason they're starting on that opioid to begin with, and it becomes that cycle of life. But I've heard people say, oh no, it feels incredible. Like, it feels amazing. I mean, it would have to, for it to. This is the thing I heard for a long time ago. It's like, the reason that people do drugs is because the drugs work. Like, they do what they advertised, right? Like, if it is, it's like, if you need this, this is this, and like, and there's like you brought up like, yeah, meth. Like, it's so sketchy, it's so disgusting, but you know, apparently it can make you feel great and make you feel great for days. And if it does that, well, you know, you can see the allure of somebody doing that then, right? Like it's horrible. It's dangerous, but
well, that's the thing. Like, from what I know, meth, as far as like from just a purely financial standpoint, apparently meth isn't that terribly expensive. The high lasts
right.
days, apparently, if you do the right amount of meth. And it's apparently it's just rampantly everywhere. So I could definitely see why people are like, yeah, man, like, I have things to do. I need to do a little bit of meth to do all those things. And so I'm doing meth.
Yeah.
I can almost see it. But crack sounds like it's just pure fun.
Yeah, I don't think you get
only
much
good.
Yeah, I don't think you get much done on crack, right? Like, yeah, I
just
don't
like,
think.
wow, yeah, ooh, and you want to talk and you want to chat everybody's head off.
Yeah, like meth, it's like obviously like it's methamphetamine, like Adderall, like it's subscribed to people with ADD. Like it's not, it's the same type of thing, and I can understand. Like you always used to hear the stories, like in college, right, of like the kid that didn't study and basically like crammed on Adderall or wrote a paper on Adderall the night before it was due, shit like that. Well,
that's low grade meth.
Right, low grade meth. So if you know, I can see a guy being like, fuck, I fucked up. I got to do like a crunch the numbers for 13 hours or something, like, you know, to get, you know, like, all right, gonna
Yep,
do
just gonna do a little bit of
a
this.
little bit of this. But I don't see many people doing their taxes on crack. Like
that's the thing, though. Like I have literally been walking into work at 7 a.m. knowing that there is no way I'm gonna leave work before like 11 o'clock, maybe midnight. And my idea was not like, man, I know the only way I'm gonna make it through this 15-hour day. A little toot, just one toot of meth.
Oh, yep, I'm good now. Yep, let's go. Chop up the veg. Oh man, yeah, that's tough. That is definitely tough. I want to explain something to you here. And I know like you guys don't you'll roll your eyes at anything wrestling related, but hear me out here because I think you'll enjoy this one.
Is this about butt stuff?
No, this is wrestling, and so do you guys remember, of course, the guy from your childhoods, Kane? You obviously all know Kane, right?
The big red monster.
Big red monster, the big red machine. He's got the fire, right? Yeah, all that stuff, and yeah, all right. So we're all behind on the internet, and this is an Ono thing. We support him, but there was a guy that popped up on the indie scene wearing basically the guy's just named Blue Kane. His gimmick is Blue Kane, and he's just a
fair gimmick.
He looks exactly like Kane.
Well established gimmick. Blue version.
Yeah. So now he's and of course, instead of the fire, he's got the snow, you know, that comes down. So like he's got, you know,
I like it so far.
So it's like
snow, not ice. Snow.
Well, I mean, it's
better be ice.
Indie wrestling, man. I don't know if they can get the ice coming down everywhere. They probably got soap bubbles or some shit to make it look like goddamn, you know, snow or whatever. But yeah, like he's been having some success, and he went viral in the wrestling world. Like everybody was super behind him, and like, yeah, this is awesome. Look at this guy. And poor dude has had to take down his Twitter, and the WWE have apparently like are trying to get him for all the copyright stuff.
Oh,
but he's not Kane.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He's Blue Kane.
I'm blue.
Right.
I'm Blue
Totally
Kane.
different thing.
Totally different thing. Like, this is...
There's not even any fire around him. There's snow.
Yeah, it's totally different. Like, yeah, I just.
Are they even paying attention? Who are these people?
I just wanted to throw him a shout out because I want justice for Blue Kane. And so does the rest of the wrestling world. And I think that Oh No need to be behind Blue Kane in this scenario.
right.
Because
guess.
also the guy that plays Kane, Glenn Jacobs, he's the mayor of Knox, Tennessee. He's a real piece of shit. He's a Republican, real
Fucking
kind of
jerkbag.
fucking jerk off.
Wait, actual Kane?
Yeah. Yeah, the
the
actual
mayor?
Kane is the mayor of a small town in Tennessee, Knox, Tennessee. He is Republican as fuck. He is he was up Trump's ass so hard before. He's against illegal immigrants. He's built the wall.
Damn it, real Kane.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So that's why we're in favor of course, Blue Kane, because Blue Kane
Is that why it's Blue Kane?
I don't know. Maybe we don't know this. I mean,
I hope so. I hope it's Blue Kane because he's liberal Kane.
he's liberal Kane.
That would be too funny. Oh man.
That's why it's kind of, I don't know. It's yeah, justice for Blue Kane. Support Blue Kane.
Oh, and
Yeah.
and tie to the same extent. You guys know how important food is in Orlando.
Sure.
There is a restaurant you can't turn without running into some sort of food.
It's an understated. I think it's isn't it in the top 10 foodie cities in the nation? It's an underrated foodie city, by a lot of critics and stuff. We have a lot of really good
I
restaurants.
still reminisce so hard. I mean it.
Yeah.
Listen, Wisconsin is great. There's plenty of great food up here. I'm not complaining, but they have their specialties and they don't get very diverse. You know what I mean? It's tough to find different shit that's fun and good.
You have the entire ethnic span here in Orlando.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what your preference is.
Whatever you want, you can find something that is really fucking good in Orlando, somewhere. You totally can.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think I've said it before, Orlando is, to the point, oversaturated with restaurants.
Yeah.
There are literally more restaurants in Orlando than there are people who want to work in restaurants.
Yeah.
That's why we have such a massive staffing issue.
Yep.
So, not only do we have this issue in Orlando, but the little smaller sublets of Orlando, like the one I live in, Oviedo, it's a very foodie area, or at least they like to think so, because there's a lot of very entitled rich folks here, which
It's
basically
similar, it is similar in some ways to my little area, right? They're making all these little micro neighborhood environments and eateries and areas in a lot of areas, probably not only just here but across the U.S. But you find a lot of them in Orlando. You got the Milk District, you got the Hourglass District, you got the Mills District, you got the blah blah blah, 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 right? There's all these little, and they all try and be artesian, and there's usually some fucking vegan bullshit somewhere, and
oh, hey buddy, hey, cool your shits. Well, so you would know then that when you open restaurants here in Orlando, you do get kind of flooded right away. It almost always happens to every restaurant.
Right.
And especially in Oviedo, that happens even worse.
So something new opens, everybody's got to try it to check it out, but then it kind of dies down, right, after time.
Yeah, because literally what happens to almost every spot in Oviedo, it gets mobbed. Then the reviews come in that, oh my gosh, it took me 40 minutes to get what I wanted because it was mobbed.
Yeah.
And they don't care. They just write the reviews anyways. So anyways, there's one of these little micro areas in Oviedo is Oviedo on the Park.
Okay.
They've built housing that's all Oviedo on the Park. They've built shopping places all right there. So you can live right there and just exist only in this little 1 to 2 mile.
Like a mini Baldwin or a mini Lake Nona or something like that, right?
Almost, you're exactly right on point.
Yeah.
So for the past couple years, there's been a big part of Oviedo on the Park that was supposed to be built, and it was a food hall. It was a food hall that they were supposed to build to basically service all the people that they just moved in to this tiny little, and they jammed them in, Owen. this place is just packed full of people.
Ah.
So they open this brand new food hall.
I love a good food hall, by the way, too. I love a
Yeah.
good food hall.
They're great concepts. It
Mhm.
allows it allows people who want to own restaurants test out these restaurant ideas before they actually commit to their own brick and mortar. So
Real quick, the best one I ever went to was when I went to Lisbon. And what their concept was, these were higher end restaurants that all had restaurants in the city that basically they would do a cheaper version and a very limited version of what they served at their actual
That's
restaurant in a food court scenario, so that anybody can pick and try something without breaking the bank, and then maybe you go back to that restaurant or what have
for
you.
the full version.
For the full version, if you really, really liked it. So it's like
Now,
almost
see-
like a tester kitchen in a sense, restaurant concept with like a higher end
Yeah.
restaurant. I totally think we could do something like that here in Orlando if
definitely
we wanted
should.
to. And someone will get that idea and will do it eventually, and they will be
Yeah.
very, very, very rich because of it. But like, you buy a
So-
warehouse, basically, you put AC in it, you build a bunch of little kitchens, and you go. You know, like
Yeah.
then it's just a bunch of tables and
Yeah.
easy.
So
Sorry, interrupting you.
So basically the hardest part about these food halls is apparently for most of them is the relationships between all these little restaurants and usually the person who owns the building as a whole. Well, they just opened this little place and already this place is a fucking shit show.
Now,
Like
is it the whole food hall, like everyone, or just like one restaurant?
So you know how most of these food halls operate. Usually the person who owns the hall also owns the large bar because I've never seen a food hall that didn't have like a very large bar establishment at one side. They usually find a way to have a bar in there.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
So apparently the people who own this bar also own the whole restaurant, like the
complex, essentially.
the complex, and they're apparently not so great people. Some guests come in, they have a great time, which is good for the restaurant.
Yeah.
Apparently their server is so good that they want to tip this dude, and he says, "Well, hey, I just want to warn you, we do tip pooling here. So if you tip me some ostentatious amount,
that's going to everyone.
It's getting split up."
Yep.
And they go, "Well, hey, like we don't want that. We just want to tip you.
We want to slip you a 20 or something, whatever.
Take this cash.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Well, I don't really know how to do that." So, I mean, it's a brand new place. Like maybe this instance hasn't been worked out other than to tell them, "Hey, no, we don't do that."
Yeah.
So they call the manager over. They call this like the acting owner manager over.
Right.
And they tell them, "Hey man, like this dude is so great.
We want
He's
to tip
so
him
awesome.
really good. Yeah.
We want to tip him, but he told us that they do tip pooling here, and well, we don't want this big tip to go to anyone but this dude."
Mm-hmm.
Manager's like, "No, we don't do that. We ain't allowing it." And they're like, "Well, I mean, come on, like this dude's really cool. He's good. We just want to tip him." And they said, "No, you're causing a fucking problem. You keep it up, we're calling the cops."
Jesus.
Damn.
Christ.
Damn.
That's how you start. You just opened, and this is out
You
here.
open one day, and the inaugural day.
I like
you're
this guy though. I do kind of like this guy in a certain sense, because this would be me. I'm like, I'm cutting the bullshit out now. It stops before it starts.
Done.
I'm cutting it up. The snake's heads off. Like I'm not letting this fester. You know, in my corporate culture.
Yeah, we're putting a stop to this hard
Now.
and fast.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
So these people kind of think like, "Oh, well, that's a little overblown." Argue back. Guess what?
No.
called the cops.
Wow. I bet those cops got there quicker for them though too than they did the crackhead outside of your.
They surely fucking did.
Yeah.
4 minutes.
They were screech stopped right in now. So, anyways, all of that gets aired out on Facebook by the guests that were trying to do this tip.
I love this. I love stories like this.
This is why I follow these little Oviedo like
because
hometown pages.
It's like next door. Sometimes you fall upon a
Oh
gem.
my
Sometimes you
God.
it's like this is more interesting than any TV show right now. Like it is the saga that's going on between Sharon and Janice and like and now Martha's involved. I don't know any of these people, but I feel like I know them.
Oh, I know who they are now because I'm
yeah.
watching their interactions.
Yeah.
So, a couple hours go by, like this post from these people. It's like a 200-300 comment post. it's gone wildfire,
blown up.
A couple hours go by, the owner who did all this cop calling posts her side.
Oh, it was a female.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Her side. Let's hear her side.
Her side is, hey, these are the rules and we don't allow things to happen like this. These people were being aggressive and being out of line, and you should just respect that this is the way we run our business.
Okay, hear me out here. So I understand it would be different if they didn't have any cash, but if they had it, they might have been trying to pay like the tip with a card, and that gets like that's part of the issue, right? But could the server get in any trouble if he's like, I don't know, someone takes the $20 and someone just puts him $20 cash in his pocket? Like, could
I think literally at that point, yeah, he could still get, in trouble
because he's not sharing the tips with the rest of the staff, and that's our policy.
Yep, that's why he would get in trouble.
Man, they need they need to have they need to have a 2 tippings type system. Then they need to have something where they can do like they have the generic tip, which goes to everybody that gets pooled, but they also need like, I don't know, like the tip cup or something where it's like, this is just for James, or you know what I mean? Like, it feels unfair to be able to limit a guy like, cause
tip pooling in almost every circumstance, like my job tip pools, but there's nobody but kitchen staff there. So it really,
you're not getting that much in tips anyway, I would imagine. I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, maybe in today's world, but you know what I'm saying? Like, kitchen staff don't typically get tipped. So, like,
I mean,
yours is the type of establishment that is a little bit different, but you're not tipping the McDonald's worker, right? Like that's not a thing. So
I will say $3.50.
Nice.
In just tips.
See, in just tips. So that's great. So, and that's a tipping pool that's working out for you. But I imagine in a lot of other cases, like super high performers are less driven because you are limiting the amount of tips that they can get personally if it all goes into a pool. Why do we all get the same? She sucks, I'm really good.
I'm murdering it.
I'm murdering it here, and then she's barely like, I should be getting more tips. So I can see the logic the other way around there.
And the problem usually in those situations is what would have to happen is the management would have to be constantly going through those. They could still see individually what everybody's adding to the tip pool. I'm nearly certain. So you would have to be going through and regularly just firing your lowest performer for that system that you just described to actually work.
Right.
And the problem right now is there's not enough workers for you to actively be going through and every month saying, hey man, you brought the least amount of money into the tip pool. You're out. There's just, so that's not the point of the story.
No, sorry.
So homegirl, the owner, airs out her side of the story. Another 200-300 comment post.
He's trying to save her ass too.
Yeah. And now, mind you, through both of these massive, huge posts, it's literally just constant, like, I'm not going there. This is insane. Like, the fact that you can't tip who you want to tip is ridiculous. People are already the place has been open 2 days.
And they're already this.
And they're already have half of Oviedo like, I will not patronize this business. I will never spend money there. And here's where the it gets sad. Because up until this point, I'm like, ha ha ha, look at all these idiots. Like, you got people who have never even been to this restaurant who are just like, I will not spend money there.
And let's be real. Like, yes, the woman that owns the place, she's being a real dick and going like above and beyond in the dickishness. But these people are also too. They're also way too invested in this shit. Why do you care this much? You know, like it's sort of like that social justice warrior bullshit type deal. Like I don't know. You're that engrossed in your community's fucking food hall that you have to like be posting about it on the internet. You know, just don't go. The place, you know, like I don't know. I feel like these people are going above and beyond too with their side.
So this isn't even this isn't even the crescendo to all this, Owen.
No, let's get there.
So the next day, the employee who was the star employee.
Oh, I called him James, I think. We'll call him James.
Yeah. So James gets on Facebook and tells his whole side of the story.
Oh, I want to hear James's side of the story. What was his
they were
take?
both trying to
what was
fuck
his
James.
take?
So James, he starts his post out with, hey, I just quit this place because it's rampant with he trashes the owner thoroughly,
drags him through the mud.
Oh yeah, like claiming that this woman is a drunk, she's drinking on the job, just totally smears her.
I mean, with her anger like shooting up like that, it does kind of fit the bill. Like it's not outside the realm of possibility here.
So here's where the sad part starts. You know, as I told you guys, in most circumstances, the people who own the complex only own like one, maybe two of the little micro businesses inside of them. The rest of these businesses are owned by other individuals.
Yeah, they're renting out the space. They're like there might be some sort of a profit share thing. Like there's different agreements that can happen in those places, I'm sure. But they're not the ones operating the space. They're the ones not setting the rules. They're the ones just trying to make food and sling it.
So amongst all these people who are like devoutly, I will never patronize the food hall. I won't go in there. You've got the owners of some of these other little micro restaurants just like, please guys, hey, like this one woman only owns this.
She is not representative of the rest of the businesses inside this food hall.
And people are literally tearing the other owners with like, you should have thought about this before you went to business with this person. Oh my God. Oh, dude, like everybody's catching.
So is this place just gonna burn to the ground here? You know, the people. Well, what remains to be seen, I guess, right?
Yeah, I am just kind of like,
you're gonna be a fly on the wall on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching and I'm gonna keep updating. But
yeah, I like it. What is it? The Oviedo Town Park something? What is it?
It's Oviedo on the Park
food hall,
and it's the food the grossest thing is they call it the food factory, and I'm like that sounds super. I don't want to eat anything out of the food.
Technically, a food factory would be a place where all animals fuck. Like they come to fuck and get chopped up. They fucking get chopped up. That's a food factory, right?
Gonna fuck, get chopped up.
But I just thought it was so much good reading to just listen to. Didn't affect them.
Sorry about that.
Didn't have any.
No, it's the thing being weird.
Yeah, it didn't have anything to do with anybody else, but these people were so fired up. Like I'm talking, you have like 2 and 3 paragraph long posts in comment to this whole thing, which by the way, the posts themselves are like,
what's all this on
Facebook.
Which format? Yeah. No,
Facebook.
Yeah.
These posts themselves are like 4 and 5 paragraphs of them trying to legitimize why they're doing what they're doing and being awful human beings. But I just kind of wanted to update you guys on some fun reading that I've been doing this week. It's been it's just gold. It's juicy gold.
Sounds like it. I mean, it really, yeah. That's I think we need more of this stuff. I think we need more of these on the show. That's just, yeah. Pull some like quotes next time too. Like we can get.
I'm gonna try. I was discussing it with my boss, and we've both been in the food industry for our entire lives. And it just seemed like this was such an easy thing to divert. Like, hey, yeah, you can't tip him. He could easily just be like, hey, yeah, here's my Cash App. Just write your Cash App right on the fucking receipt.
Yeah. That's probably the easiest way to handle it. But he might get in trouble for that. So, like he's probably trying to do the right thing. I don't know. Maybe you guys as your business try and get ahead of this too, where you're like, start posting. You need to hijack that thread. You need to post in there. By the way, at like vegan chickens, we tip share. But if you want to tip someone, you can.
Specifically, you totally can.
You totally can. Like,
You just gotta say just the tip.
Yeah, you gotta make a small sexual innuendo, and then you can tip whoever you want.
That's good. See, I'd go there.
We got policies in place.
I feel like you guys need me to step in to help you with some marketing here. I feel like you guys need me to really come up with the ideas that get your vegan chicken across to the people. Like I'll come up with some good catchphrases. I'll do some commercials.
I mean, our sandwiches are already called Big Cluckers.
Oh, see, I can work with that. That's
Big
man.
Cluckers.
Oh, there's some big clucking sandwiches going on.
I like some big cluckers in the face.
Exactly. Everybody like a big clucker in their face. Everybody like a big clucker in their face.
Big clucker, big
Everybody like a big
clucker.
clucker in their face. Vegan big clucker, vegan big clucker. That's one of my first. It's one of my first. Just off the top of my dome. Throw that out there.
Bars off the dome.
Sit and just let your boss know that I got.
I already got people in here ready to make rhymes.
Ready to just take this chicken to the next level.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like that's.
Hey, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Just letting you know. I wanted to give you guys a quick car update. So I took the car into the shop. They were like, "Yo, dog, you got oil leak. You got an exhaust leak." I'm like, "Fuck."
Your shit all fucked up.
I'm like, how bad?
Wait. Oh, and you're saying that your pinnacle of luxury Lexus is got issues?
Well, it's a 2002 Lexus, so I will say that. And yes, I had them do a service where they clean the engine of all the oil so that they can put a dye into the oil, and it's got to be, they can't find the leak, so it's a pinpoint thing that's going to allow them to see where the leak is coming from, and then we can get that sorted. Probably not that huge of a deal. I got the exhaust situation, which makes it kind of sound like a bit like a lawnmower at times. So apparently that's
just the sound of luxury, Owen.
Well, you don't hear it when the windows are up. I only you really don't. Like the sound brute. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like that. It's the exhaust. It's more of a like that. Like it's not a ba ba ba. It's a like, yeah, it's different, right? So I gotta get that probably taken care of. But then they said I might need a new timing belt. So me and my sketchy Mexican friend Freddie, we're gonna be taking care of about
timing belt.
We're doing timing.
You can
belt,
do that.
Water
It's
pump.
not that. Shouldn't be that tough.
Timing belt, water pump, spark plugs.
You're doing the water pump too?
Well, yeah, they say that it's. I mean, there's a whole kit too. Like it's best to do the water pump with the timing belt.
Probably because you have to take out the water pump to.
Most of the time
you don't. You don't have to take it
not
out.
always. No. It depends on the car, I think. But most of the times you don't have to. This was like, we might as well do it, right? It was like $70 for the time. It was actually no, it was like I can't remember what it was from the timing belt, but it wasn't much.
I've done this before.
It wasn't much more,
kit.
right? You know which kit I'm talking about. So we're throwing that bitch probably in there. Then we're doing the spark plugs and oxygen sensor. is we got to get the
Fuck those things. They're no good anyway. Who gives a fuck? We don't live in a
Well, no, it's like the
Yeah.
mass airflow sensor, so it gives all weird fucking codes to my computer, and we need to we got to get that airflow situation. Even though the flow is good, we got to get that airflow situation regulated right. So
that's why my check engine light is on for that fucking sensor, and it won't go away, and it makes me mad.
just you need to buy one of them tools. You can turn it off. You can turn them off.
Y'all got check. You guys got check engine lights on? That's crazy.
Actually, I don't, but they said I should do, which made my mechanic think that maybe my check engine light has burned out.
It's been on too long.
It's been on because it's been on.
It's been on too long. It burnt out.
So
They got lifespans too, bro. Like
Yeah,
you can't just let them little bulbs go forever.
It's a light, I mean, I get it. So here's the deal. It's not all rosy in my world, but yeah, thankfully I've got my Mexican man. He's not even Mexican. He's Uruguayan, and he's gonna. I bought all the parts off of AutoZone. And we're gonna, basically I'm gonna drop the car off for him, and so it's Sunday. He can have a leisurely day off.
You can do it.
And
You could totally do it.
No, he's gonna do it. He won't let me do it. He knows better than me. Like
He
he's got all.
won't let me
No, he
do
won't
it.
let me do it. He's got all the tools and stuff. Like he's gonna do it. Like I'll give him some money. He has some beer and stuff, and money and whatever, and we'll be good. Yeah. So.
Could be a real man.
Well, I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do. But yeah, hopefully I can get.
Don't you have a ratchet set? What's wrong with you,
So
boy?
like I watched some videos of some of this stuff. I don't got all them tools, man. Like no, I'm really, I don't got it's only.
I don't have anywhere near enough tools to do this.
No, it's all the extensions for the sockets and the weird ones. You got to get like the mechanic sets where it's like this bends this way and this bend this way, and like you really do need some of that shit.
I will say it's annoying because newer. Well, that's not newer, but
They're becoming
this day and
harder
age,
to
you have
work
to
on.
move shit out of the way
Yeah.
to get to shit, and it's annoying. But
Yeah. They wanted something like I think they wanted over $700 to do my spark plugs, which was like that's
just the spark plugs.
Yeah, that's like ridiculous. Like, and it's
$700.
Yeah, and it's because they're super hard to get to, and you've got to take shit because they've got four. They got 4 on the top and 2 on the sides, and apparently
So
the ones on
annoying.
the sides are like super hard to get to unless you kind of know what you're doing. But I'm not paying that. Like I'll figure out how to get to them motherfuckers before I do that, because spark plugs are pretty easy. Like that should not be a $700 fucking job.
Should not.
They wanted like $1,400 for the timing belt water pump assembly thing. Like it's just like no, like it's not. Hell no, we ain't doing that. So we'll tackle it bit by bit, and by my buddy Freddie will help me out with tackling that, and we'll cross our fingers that we get this thing, and if I can get for like about $1,000, $1,500, if I can get everything in pretty tip top, I still will have done good in the grand scheme of things because of how cheap I bought the car, right? So that's where I'm looking at it, and I'm just hoping that things work out for the best. I'm in it now anyway, so it's fuck it. It's like, all right, well, we might as well just start fixing some shit and see where we get, because I don't want to buy another car, like that. I don't want to sell this and buy another one and go through the whole thing again. So we're just gonna go
roll the dice.
We're
Get
in
another
there.
one. I say
Try
fuck
again.
it, man. All that money you're about to spend, fix your car. Fuck it.
I don't think that's what's
Sell
gonna
the
happen.
car.
I don't
Sell the
think.
car. Buy a new car.
Let's do the next one. Let's see what happens.
I don't think you guys understand my financial situation. That's probably
You
not.
should have got a Buick.
Huh.
What happened to
Owen.
Buick?
I guess that $3,000 Toyota Highlander I was offering, not such a bad idea. There ain't no check engine lights on the Highlander.
No.
What are you driving?
Me?
Yeah.
A Toyota Highlander.
How are you gonna give it to him?
I'm not gonna give it to him. He's got to buy it.
Yeah. How much?
Then
I
what
said
are you
I'd buy
gonna
it.
do?
I said I'd buy it.
No, you said ew, gross, 2001,
Yeah,
and then you scoffed a bunch.
mine's 2002, and it's a Lexus. It's way nicer.
Yeah, and it's got a whole fuckload of problems now, don't it?
Whatever.
It was half.
Cars,
It was
not the
half the
pinnacle
price
of
of that
health.
Lexus.
Whatever. Shit. What do you know about Netflix games? You're the resident like game dude, aren't you? Both of you know about. There's a
Netflix games?
Yeah.
What is what?
So I did look this up. It looks like that. So they've come along. Everything streams now.
Yep.
And games are no exception to that. You can stream games now.
Mm-hmm.
So they bought the rights to about. I looked it up. They bought the rights to about 60 different games. Some of them are Netflix exclusives. Some of them are just regular games that you probably already played if you play games on any of your current consoles. And they just got a hold of. They got licensed to.
They got
to
a
play
whole
'em.
big mobile thing though. So if like basically
Yep.
you got the Netflix app on your phone, you log into the Netflix app, then from there you can download the Netflix game of your choice, and there's like
Yep.
a whole tab. Like there's from what I'm hearing, the Netflix like games that are on like mobile devices, like their mobile stuff is way better than like half the stuff in like the phone stores and whatever. Like because
These are actual games.
they're actual games. So I just wanted to throw it. I didn't know anything about it. There's the reason I
Yeah.
know about it is there's some wrestling game that's coming out on it. That's like featuring like people I know and like it's just it got kind of an indie wrestling game or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And it's been picked up by like the Netflix games catalog or whatever. But it is fascinating to me.
In that format, you just play with your finger.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming I don't know, right? But they have it. So what? Like, do you know if they have anything? Like how you would like? I guess it would just have to be through a PC or something. But are there games do you know that like can utilize a controller or utilize anything like that?
They have those like attachments and shit.
Yeah.
Almost there's so many companies now that build these attachments. It's basically a controller attachment that you plug your phone on and it reads it and it does a solid job of being an emulator. But most of those games, even though some of them are like already games that exist on the consoles, they build virtual controllers on the screen
Yeah.
for you, basically. So
I
you
hate
just
those though. I hate those.
they're awful.
Yeah,
they're
I've
annoying.
never had any luck with any of that because I feel like I'm goofy footing everything or thumbing it. Like it just never feels like I'm hitting the right thing. And then also, like I don't really like a super big phone, right? Like some of these like Pros are way too big, like the iPhone
Yeah.
Pros and stuff. They're huge. But I feel like that's the only way you can play with some of that shit because I have a regular size phone. I got the 10 still, right? But like, it's when I'm fucking if I'm playing that and I'm like, my thumbs are taking up a lot of room on the screen that I don't
Yeah,
see.
that's
what the
my
hell
big
is it.
issue with them.
Yeah,
And that's specifically why they built these controller add-ons.
they're almost like the Switch type thing, right? It almost like kind
basically.
right.
And even now, PlayStation and Xbox both have. I know the Xbox one is called the Backbone,
of.
but basically, if you have the Xbox on your, because you can get the Xbox Live stuff on your phone. So basically,
You can continue playing the game on your phone type thing.
Yep. And in a lot of those cases, it's not even like you have your phone save game and you have your console save game. It's the same save and you're playing it wherever the hell you want.
I remember when PlayStation tried doing that early on with one of their mobiles, right? With the
They had the PSP.
Vista?
yeah, the PSP. Like that thing was
Oh, yeah.
really good for its time, and you could like. I remember the commercials, right? The guy was playing at home, and then he's like, "Oh, I got to go to work and catch the bus or whatever," and then he like just grabs his PSP and he runs out and he starts playing the same game as that. Now,
Yeah.
I understand it a little bit more with that because like the same hardware. But when you've got a game like that you're playing on an Xbox and then you go and try and play it on your phone, it's not the same. There's no way it can be as good.
that's the. I mean, I don't hate to say it, Owen. That's where you're wrong. They've gotten it to the point now where through the streaming versions of the now, obviously you can't play every game. They don't offer you every game from like the Xbox Live Store. They're very limited at what you can actually
What the hard
play.
is that? Because yeah,
That's
I would.
because your phone just doesn't. It doesn't have the graphics processor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like you can't play like I don't know what the like. I'm not into games, but like the top level Call of Duty or whatever or something, right? There's no way you'd be able to have the same experience playing that on your phone with the processing
So
power to
you
be
can
able
hear
to
me,
do
right?
that. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. We just lost power. It was weird. Sorry.
But no. So in those instances, the game you're playing on your mobile phone is a very pared down version of the actual game.
Okay.
And you can't play. It's like they allow you to play between PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. They don't throw the mobile players in there in a lot of circumstances.
They're kept on their own type thing.
Yeah, because it would be a massively unfair
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already tons of chatter, and you can read a million forums about the people who say playing with a mouse and keyboard is better than a controller. And
yeah, and I can see argument. That's just what you're used to. I mean, that's whatever.
But there's just through sheer functionality, there's no way you could play the games as good as you could on a console or a PC on your phone, so they don't mix those players in.
So the Netflix thing, it has to be. It's mostly just mobile then. Or like exclusively for just mobile games. There's nothing else, is there?
I looked at the list, and there's some actual. They're not like overly complicated, super impressive games, but there are actual like good titles that I enjoyed playing on my Xbox or on my PC that they ported into these mobile versions.
With the Netflix one.
Yeah.
What do you remember any of them?
This game called Moonlighter, it's a dungeon dive game where at night you dive the dungeons and you collect things, and if you live through the end of the dungeon, you take all the stuff out, and during the day you sell all the stuff from the dungeon in a shop that you own.
Okay.
And so it's got the mechanic of the dungeon diving stuff, and then you also have the mechanic of you have to set prices, set up your shop so that's attractive to customers, and it's a fun game.
It's work. It sounds like work.
I mean, and I also play like restaurant simulators.
Yeah, I know.
Trucking games.
They're ridiculous. Yeah, those are ridiculous.
I like playing working video games.
I know you do. Did you get a chance to see? Oh shit, Ty disappeared on us. Switch the camera view thing. Did you get a chance to see any of this new Twisted Metal game, new series that's on Peacock?
No, but I've heard it's been getting surprised. Like people are very surprised that it's not hot trash.
Well, I talked so much shit about this on the wrestling podcast when like it was first announced, and I saw the trailer, and I'm just like, oh, because there's a wrestler that plays Sweet Tooth. Samoa Joe plays the body of Sweet Tooth while Will Arnett voices him, right? Because he's behind a mask, so Will Arnett does the voice while this Samoa Joe is the guy. And I'm like, man, this is going to be absolute trash. Well, it pops up on Peacock. And I'm like, fuck it. I got nothing else to do. Watch this.
Let's give her a shot.
Let's give it a shot. 3 episodes in, I'm like, fuck, this like is way better than it has any right to be. Like, it's just one of those, like, it's, and I kind of course, know some of the lore because I remember playing those games as a kid.
Yeah.
Like Twisted Metal 1 and 2, I want to say, were like the main ones I remember playing. And knew all there was all sorts of little tricks you could do with the different cars and the different vehicles and the lore of Sweet Tooth. And then like there's like the bad guy in there. And like, I'm like, I could see why they could make something out of this. And it's just fascinating that it's like, yeah, I expected it. It is, you know, don't expect fucking Shakespeare here, but for Christ's sake, it's very good for what I was expecting. It's better than half the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah. I just think people are been burned so many times by adaptations of
the production quality is there as well. Like the production quality is really pretty damn good, which is surprising. And it seems like Peacock is like they've done a lot with. They're trying to really set themselves apart as one of the, if not the premier streaming services, and it's just kind of interesting that that's the case.
I think it is kind of nice to see other streaming services come out so that Netflix can't really just hold streaming by the throat.
Well, I mean, it's nowhere near that anymore, is it? There's more. There's too many at this point, really. But streaming,
almost to the point where Netflix is kind of.
Well, we didn't have it for
dying.
Yeah, we didn't have it for a while. Oh shit, my shit's down. It sounds like he did say he lost power there for a second.
Oh no.
Let us know when you're back. Yeah.
I mean, he's only got 10 minutes.
Yeah. Either way, I was gonna end the show with just a few clips. And,
okay, so it's time to break forth the clips.
Oh, I wasn't ready, but here we go.
Clips. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips. You know we got 'em, baby.
Clips. Yay! It's time for Clips, where we take a look at all the random shit that we find on the internet. And by we, it's usually our good friend Tom, the Clip Commander. Thank you, Tom. You gave us a few this week. I've only got 4, so we're just gonna do it. All right. Let's go with this one. Super Inframan 1975. I've never heard of Super Inframan. So we'll check this out here. Uh-oh. Let's see Super Inframan.
Whoa.
This looks badass, first off. This looks great. I don't know what I'm seeing to start this. Let me turn up the volume here a little bit as well. But do you have any clue what are those things? I don't even know.
Those look like finger missiles almost.
Finger missiles? Finger missiles is a good band name as well. Here we go.
We are the finger missiles.
We are the finger missiles from Brighton. Here you go. This guy's in a crazy suit. Oh, wow. Dude.
Whoa.
So is it Japanese, you think? It seems...
Yeah, it looks to be fairly Japanese.
The production quality is pretty good here. And this... There's a lot of... This is very Power Rangers-esque.
Yeah, very.
It's a lot of quality
Choreography.
fighting here. Choreography. Oh, he's okay. I just looked it up.
Inframan?
It's Inframan. It's Chinese. 1975 Hong Kong science fiction action film. Inspired by the huge success of the Japanese Tokusatsu franchises, such as Ultraman and Kamen Rider. This is like I think this is their Chinese knockoff of what they were doing. Let's see. Well, Roger Ebert, in his March 1976 review for the Chicago Sun-Times, gave the film 2.5 stars out of 4. Actually, that's actually pretty good.
That's not a bad rating.
Yeah. The movie even looks good. It's a classy, slick production by the Shaw Brothers, the Hong Kong Kung Fu Kings. When they stop making movies like Inframan, a little light will go out of the world. Man, all right. Damn. Hang on there. On April 30th, 1999, after Quentin Tarantino re-released Mighty Peking Man in North America, Ebert upgraded his rating for the film to 3 stars, explaining that I find to my admonishment that I gave Inframan only 2.5 stars when I reviewed it. That was 22 years ago. Basically, he went back. He's like, nah, yeah, that shit's way better than 2.5 or whatever. He's like, that gets 3. I might have to find this thing. I've never heard of Inframan. What did he do there?
He broke those guys into robo-skeletons.
Yeah, he did. He fucking incineration type situation. Or like vaporization, maybe? Whoa.
Oh, he totally vaporized it.
I like this dragon dude with he shoots lasers from his eyes apparently. Or his mouth.
And he's bad at it.
Oh, that was pretty dope. Now Inframan just shot his laser sort of like, I don't know, sonic boom thing at the dinosaur's head and cut his head off. So that's cool. Oh, but the head grew back. Oh man, it keeps regenerating the head. That's a problem.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to beat this guy if he keeps regrowing his head.
Oh, shoot him in the dick. Now we're up to like 6 heads. He shut off his gloves or something. He got him in the end, though. Inframan.
He had to hit him with the other laser. That's what he needed.
Yeah. He needed that next laser. This is something that I will be very looking forward to checking out at some point in my life.
That suit does not look comfortable to wear, though. I will say it looks like it's molded from one piece.
Yeah, the poor Chinese actor that had to be in there. They probably kept him in there all day too, and wouldn't let him get out. Like it was like, nope, you're in. They lost 3 Inframen in the shooting of this. Heat exhaustion. Let's see. There's something about a water hose and a speaker. Let's check it out. Oh, look at that.
What?
This guy's got... Okay, all right. That's pretty cool. So he's got like a little fountain dog. Looks like a little dog fountain thing or something.
Yeah.
And then he's got a speaker on a table upside down pointing like straight up. And then he's got the water, the slight squirting over the speaker. And the speaker's making all sorts of cool like sine wave shapes. I didn't really think... I mean, it makes sense. If it's the right... I think the stream just has to be low pressure enough.
Whoa.
That's cool, though. I almost want to try
that. That is pretty fucking... That's pretty insane.
I want to try doing that. That's fun. That'd be fun for a party or something, right?
Oh, yeah.
You have, like, your music just piped up like an aux send or something to, like, that one speaker. You still got the music playing on a good set of speakers, but then you can pump it over to, like, one little
just
speaker.
That one.
That you've set up just for that, and then have it just, like, kind of... It's like, best way to put it, remember the old visualizers back in the old day?
Yeah.
Of, like, and you see, like, it's like an EQ almost. You're seeing an analog EQ or a real, like... SBL meter type thing, like that's pretty.
That's pretty intense. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Ty says wanted to shout out my mom for saying she'd like to fake sign language.
Way to go, Mama Witcher.
Yeah, I think Mama Witcher wants to fake sign language too. I like her. Yeah, she's the best. I still need to get her a bird on a stick. Let's see here. 2 more clips. We might as well go into this. Have you heard where Bill Cosby is lately?
No. Where's this old blind
rapist been? Yeah. Well, here he is surfacing again. Here he is. Bill Cosby.
Hi, this is Bill Cosby. Now, I want you to do something. Go to my website. You go to my website, up here, right up here, it tells you how and what buttons to press to get to the laugh. The laugh, that's what I call it. Now, here's what you do. You get a room full of people, or you can just be by yourself. The instructions will tell you what to do. You press a button in only 12 seconds. You only do say, beer hole, beer hole, beer hole. Anything you want to do. It doesn't make any difference. 12 seconds, that's it. You can get a room full of 8,000 people. And just everybody say, ha, like, right.
What the fuck did I just hear? What is this? What is the service that he has? Hang on
it's
here.
The ramblings of a madman.
This is. Oh, God damn it. Go to Bill Cosby's website and see what this crazy motherfucker doing. Oh, Jesus.
Apparently, you could just record laughter and
then send it to him?
Send it to Bill Cosby.
Okay.
Cosby wants to hear your laughs, Owen.
I don't know that that's what
needs your laugh.
I don't know that that's what it is, though. I don't really get what the thing is. Is he? It looks like he has a new special on his website too, which that makes sense, right? Like he can't. No one's picking him up to buy his special, so it looks like he's far from finished.
Got to release it himself.
Yeah. But it says you can go to his website. You good.
And send him a laugh.
And send him no, BillCosby.com is not working. I don't think he's really set this up correctly. This does not. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's fucking Bill Cosby.
I typed in Bill Cosby, and none of these websites are taking me to Bill Cosby. Wait. BillCosby.com? Oh, I'm at it.
That's the one, and it just gives you like an N or something. It just gives
it says it's not secure.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, that's why it won't let me, because it's like, it's not secure. You shouldn't go. And I'm like, I trust you.
I don't know. I mean, I don't trust you, Bill Cosby, but...
No, I mean, I trust the internet telling me it's not secure. You probably shouldn't go.
Yeah. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go to that.
You press a button in only 12 seconds. You only do say, beer hole, beer hole, beer hole. Anything you want to do. It doesn't make any difference. 12 seconds, that's it. You can get a room full of 8,000 people. And just everybody say, ha, like, right. So just have a ball and don't
upload your laughter at BillCosby.com/FFF.
Hold on. BillCosby.com/FFF.
Capital FFF, yep.
Not found.
Yeah, so it's bullshit.
No, they shut this thing down because it was probably just full of pedophiles.
Yeah.
Not laughing because we're going to reject you. And don't try to be funny not laughing because we're going to reject you. And that'll be funny on you. This is Bill Cosby saying, I approve.
He seems like a mean, nasty old man now, too.
I mean, he's probably just upset that he can't continue to be a gross individual.
Yeah. Okay, Bill Cosby, far from finished. Die.
He can be finished.
Yeah. Oh, these are our boys. They're back again, Pete and Bass, with their more old man gangster rap stuff. I think it's Baz.
Oh, gangster shit.
Gangster shit.
Banging on the chick 'cause I'm a gangster bitch. I'm gang banging on the strip on some gangster shit. Hammer in the truck and I can bang this clip. And if you wanna test us, I let the raptor rip.
Wrapped up, get bagging, the slacks ain't sagging, the suit stay pressed while the boys go grab him. The clock keep ticking, the block keep trapping. This one phone call if I wanna toe tag him.
I'm a bag flipper, sipping the jack ligger. Big black jacket on my back, chinchilla. Big wet dipper, whipping the cane quicker. Pocket full of change in the bank got bigger.
Big tipper, the girls get figure. I'm on the block with an hairpin trigger. Money on his head, pick it up for a figure. Pull up on his hood, work, KK zipper.
Chop, and the chopper just pop shots in him. Drop top
What
and
do you
I'm
think?
the locks off with it. Whip, I'm whipping up my mom.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
These guys got it.
They really do. I mean, these aren't our usual geezers too. They're associated with our usual geezers. They're not the northern boys, but these guys are like associated with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played some of their stuff before. This might be one of my favorite ones of theirs, though. Like they do look scary. Like legitimately, I feel like I wouldn't want to fuck with them.
They seem like the type of old gentleman that would give you a problem that you wouldn't think would give you a problem.
Yeah, they would.
I did. Trick, I'm picking up another
I love a woman that's ready to get down. She could tuck a weapon a Louis Vuitton can. Big Mav, she's a bit too lad, so I tell her come and sit a Brazilian butt down.
Belly leather and it's tailor fit. You know it costs a lot of money, but I'm made of it. Got a Chevy Lamborghini and a Mustang Sally. Ride it with me, baby, take your pick.
I'm a rider, drop an Eddie and I'll drag him in his eye there. Run up on him, then I'll clock and knock his eyes there. Didn't see it coming till I pull his eyes there. I'm wave, sipping any walla.
Kicking back, riffing on a big fat bifter. She's a little fat, but the biff might lift her. Hey sister, where's your old mister? Do you wanna come and get naked and play Twister?
Two blue ticks at a bird on red. There's money to be made on the road instead. Then I cover my plate while I run that red with my foot flat down and a mask on my head.
Banging on the chick 'cause I'm
It's not bad. It's not bad.
These guys are talking about some stuff that I wouldn't even do at my age.
I know, right?
I can't wait to get this old so I can be like, oh, I can do whatever I want, because what are they going to do?
What are they going to do? Exactly.
If they arrest me, I'm so old, probably just kill myself.
There's not much left, so I might as well play it.
Gangster bitch, I'm gang banging on the strip on some gangster shit. Hammer in the truck and I can bang this clip. And if you want to test us, I let the raptor rip.
Wrapped up, get bagging, the slacks ain't sagging, the suit stay pressed while the boys go grab him. The clock keep ticking, the block keep trapping. This one phone call if I want to toe tag him.
Do you have a stroke?
I hope so, a little bit. A wee baby stroke.
He Mitch McConnell there. He Mitch McConnell on that one. But no, that was good. That was a good way to end this week's show. And of course, clips.
You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips.
So, last thing I wanted to just comment on here before we get out of here is, and you know, obviously throw whatever in there too, buddy. But I did want to mention that, you know, I'm working at a different part of the factory some of these days here, and they've got like the underground type scenario, right? Like where there's like, I just got to say that's some of the most miserable. It's just the most miserable, like, you know, experience I've ever had, really. Like, I hate the smell of all the food garbage, you know, like a lot of that. And I feel so bad for some of the people. It's so far for them to walk that they literally just like sit, like to get to the break room. They're just like, fuck it. And they just sit down like at the side by the dumpster. Eat their lunch and then like, you know, like, I don't know. It's
it is kind of a sad thing, and it does make me feel like, oh man, if your whole life you're just living smelling these gross, awful smells,
and not seeing the sun, you know, and not like being out there, like yeah. It's I don't know. It's been something I've been thinking about. But anything else random you want to get into before we get out of here?
Yeah, real quick. Obviously, we lost a great light in the world this week. The passing of Paul Rubens. Pee Wee Herman, he was famously noted for. He passed away.
I didn't grow up. I think it was the time frame of when I was a kid. Like I'm the right sort of age for Pee Wee Herman, but we didn't really get him in the UK. So
I was
like
gonna say you were still in Britain.
So by the time it came over, I might have been like I don't know, and it might have had a couple years where it would have clicked, but I think I was just at that point beyond like Pee Wee wasn't gonna happen. Like it was a little late for that too. So yeah, I mean, but I always liked him as an actor. I always liked Paul Rubens, like tremendous in Blow, and hell, even in Mystery Men and stuff like that. Like yeah.
So it's tragic and it's sad because I mean he also apparently fought cancer very privately for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
But it did make me think that like one, if I got cancer and everyone's like, oh man, it's so crazy, like Paul Rubens had cancer and nobody knew. If I got cancer,
everyone would know, right?
No, here's the thing. Nobody would fucking know because I wouldn't even. I'm not going to the fucking doctor.
I see what you're saying.
Explicitly because they might tell me when I get there, you got cancer, bud.
Right,
sorry.
Yeah, there is that side of it. I'd be the opposite of Paul Rubin because I try and get the most amount of sympathy from everybody. I'd be like, yeah, but
I'm dying.
I'm dying. So like you gotta give up your seat now. You gotta, I should get that for free. Like.
But I did think about, and I thought that it would be kind of hilarious because if it did happen to me, I would make sure to tell everyone that like, he privately and he didn't tell anyone.
Right.
That he fought it for so.
But he didn't even know. He didn't even.
Yeah, but I would make up like an egregious amount of. I'd be like, he privately and very bravely
17 years 17 years
20 years he had cancer the whole
time you knew him. You probably way before you even knew him. Like just
he had cancer.
Yeah, I mean actually I heard from the moment he was born had cancer.
He was born
with the cancer.
37 years he with strength and courage fought cancer.
God damn, we're all people. Jesus
Christ. That's what I would leave it a note and be like, make sure to tell them I had cancer for
just
15 whole years.
Get that in there. Yeah. Guys, thank you very much for listening to another edition of the Ono Radio Show. And of course, this week's Ono 2.0. We thank you, of course, for all your support. And if you do want to support us even a little bit more, please check out our Patreon, patreon.com/ONRS. Sign up, subscribe, give us a few extra dollars. It really helps out. Even if you can't do it forever, just sign up for a little while and like people come and go. I get that, but stay if you can, because it really helps support the show and helps pay for all the hosting and all the things that we do. I want to send you over to our facebook.com/group/Oh No Radio Show group. Please join in there because, again, it's another place that you can find a little bit of dose of everything Ono that you need. 407-906-6466.
Leave us a message.
Yeah, leave us a message over there. I should probably check that. Anyway. We love you. OnoRadioshow.com. If you're into the grabs, OnoWrestling.com. Ono Wrestling, wherever you find your podcasts. Twitch.tv/ONRS live for both. And Mikey, for Ty, what do we say when we get out of here? Eat 'em. We love you.
Love you. We'll
have a fantastic evening, and we will see you. Actually, might not see you next week. It remains to be seen. I'll let you know about that one. But yes, have a good one. And of course, fuck your dreams. Eat a bag of dicks. Until the next time. Don't bully me or I'll come.